Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lover Show, baby. Let's get it in. I worked out insane. It was crazy. I'm sweating. I am fresh out the shower, ready to go. Let's get it in. Let's talk about it. Let's see what's happening in cryptocurrency today. And last night, if you were in my trading group, I cautioned that the market was likely going to take a pullback. I didn't like what I was seeing. I saw a short on a few coins too. I didn't go short on anything, but I saw that the market was likely going to take a bit of a pullback. Look at the money flowing into crypto, though. People buying Matic, people buying Litecoin. These are the times to slowly DCA. Other people don't care about the charts like we do. They know this is the time. These are the better times to be buying cryptocurrency, right? Before the halving. Before you have to say, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. YFI up 10%. Filecoin doing damage today. And Matic all still holding gains pretty nicely. I like to look at coin market cap when Bitcoin pulls back and see what the strongest coins are on the hour. It gives us a chance of what we want to trade. Immutable X still continuing to bang, up 30% on 7 days. Bang, bang, bang. Ethereum Classic starting to make moves. Fractshare and Near Protocol, MakerDAO, BitGet Token. Wow, we still have some things that are holding strong on the hour and in the last 24 hours still up and on the 7 days. So interesting. We may want to trade some Lido, some EGLD, some MakerDAO. I like what I'm seeing here for EGLD. EGLD even got a bit of a move last night. Let's go over this. Let's talk about it. EGLD. So let's break it down for Bitcoin like I do every single day. Right off the bat, if you're watching the smaller time frames, bit of an inefficiency right there that could get a pullback. There's your 200-day moving average on the 1 hour. You're likely to go to that once you lose moving averages. That's my strat, and I'm sticking to it. I closed my trade from yesterday that we had opened right there. It's still sitting on the screen. It did go up beautifully, right? We got in somewhere around here and went up beautifully to 37.4, only to crash right back down. So, but I closed my trade. I even closed my long-term trade that I had open since 35.5. I said, you know, I could probably get another entry at another time, and I took my $500. I decided to get out, take my 100% gain, and move on. So look, this is what I saw for Bitcoin this morning. This was it. You know, so you don't want to lose this area. Then I even drew a bear flag on the 1 minute last night on the screen share. I mean, on the, you know, while I was live streaming. And forgive me, I'm exhausted. I am exhausted after last night. It's just been crazy. But right here, I believe there was a little flag here on the 1 minute. We dumped to the downside. I drew it somewhere in here. It's not there anymore, but I did draw it. I sent it to you can watch the live stream anyway. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down for Bitcoin. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour lost a key level of support or resistance, and I don't like it. And also, look, this looks like an Adam and Eve double top in a way. You got your triangle and your rounded top, and that could break you down too. Kind of some Adam and Eve vibes. You lost the trend and you broke to the downside. You're looking for a strong bullish div. You don't have it on the one, and you lost the point of control. Usually when you lose the point of control, you're gonna go all the way to the next high volume node. It tells us that Bitcoin could get all the way down to 35,200. All right. Look at the moving averages. When they start to curve, I say you're going down to the 200 SMA. It's very likely we're going to get there. Also, last night, there was so much liquidity for BOOKMAP down below. And I told my students and everyone in my trading group, I said, you know, BOOKMAP says we're going lower. And BOOKMAP took you to the downside, right? So there it is. I mean, and you guys, I'm bullish. And last night, when you see me saying I'm pulling out, like I was like, I'm tethering up. I'm pulling out of all these coins. That can only tell you something, right? That's got to give you a bit of a hint of what's going on. So I'm a little big there, but that gives you a hint. You know, I can't tell you what to do, but what I can tell you is what I'm feeling, what I'm looking at, and what I believe is coming our way, right? That's the best thing that I can do for you every single day here on the channel. All right, still seeing okay. Just want to make sure we did a bunch of technical analysis today, technical stuff on the stream with the crew today. This morning, I was working heavily on the background of the stream. So, I mean, I see a move to the downside, period, right? That's a bear flag. That's a bearish retest. You fell out of the pattern, you bearishly retest. Now they're trying to play with people. They're trying to bring, you know, remember, it's false move Monday. False move Monday. One of my worst days to trade. I don't love Mondays at all. I'll trade volatility if I see it and if I see something that I want to get into. But for the most part, I make so much more money on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday that I avoid the crazy treachery on Monday. I like to open up trades Monday at about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock after they've liquidated every single human being on earth, and it's time to get back into the chart. So I like to watch everyone kind of get meleeed, and then I start kind of my process yet again. Now, once these break, they turn into somewhat of ascending, you know, like falling wedges. This could end up being somewhat of a falling wedge. We'll see. But right now, I see a broken pattern, all right? And another thing is I'm all about my moving averages. The 7-minute lost the 200 SMA. It's a big deal. You know what I mean? Right there. That's when you're bearish. You're bearish once you lose a 200 SMA on anything from the 7 on up. Really, that's pretty substantial. It can even start in the smaller time frames, but you want to kind of piecemeal that in to see what's going on. Shout out to the 555 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time, baby. ETH blowing up, short liquidation setup. Why are my orders getting filled on BingX only and not on Bybit? Hey, you never know. There's different orders. There's different people. Everyone thinks that every exchange has to be the same. It's such a funny, I guess it's a newbie idea. Dude, how come you can get a hot dog at Fenway Park, but you can't get it at, Wrigley Field or the same hot dog? I mean, I'm just, it's a horrible metaphor, but you're not in the same exchange, man. You're not dealing with the same group of people. The orders aren't the same, period. You think every single exchange has to be to the dollar? It's not true, man. So that's why your orders didn't get filled on one exchange and not the other, because you think everything's the same. It's not. Okay? It's just not. So are we going to get a bit of a bounce here? The 7-minute has a bullish div, but even last night we had a nice bullish div here on the 7, and it did nil. I called this bounce. We got it, but we got rejected by the key support. Look, bounce. So that was support at 30,000, 37,045, and then we got rejected by it to the downside. Kind of a shoulder, head, right shoulder. And now you have another low. Bitcoin must get back above 36,938 to remain bullish. If you can't get above that level, expect more downside. I remember last night on the live stream, I said I have to remain bearish now because we're making lower lows. That's a rounded top. Like, we rounded that. Ugly. Anytime we buy under the 200 is a good buy, right? No. It could dump all the way down. Yeah, I wouldn't. And again, I would never tell you what a good buy is for you. You'd have to figure that out on your own. That's fishing for financial. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot produce financial advice. All I can do is tell you what I'm seeing in the charts and the probability. It's not always a good thing to buy below that. No. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. It all depends. Is that a grizzly there in the distance? It probably is. Yeah. Where in the distance? Jeez. I thought you was long last night. No. Why would you think that? Yeah, I was long last night, but you're not in my trading group, right? So, like, literally 10 minutes later, once I saw us lose the 200 SMA, I wasn't long anymore, man. You have to understand how to trade, bro. It's like playing chess, all right? Let me answer this question clearly. I thought you were long last night. Number one, you're not in the trading group. I know that off the bat. So, you're not going to get the exclusive updates. That's going to happen when I actually say what I'm doing and what I'm allocating and what I'm doing. Last night I said I'm tethering up hard. Look, I'll show you. If you're in my trading group, I told you I sold out of a bunch of positions and tethered up. I did. All right? Now, some other things were pumping. I was talking about it. But look, if you see right here. Look, Bitcoin dumping. So far, I tethered up. I tethered up 40 grand into Tether. And I closed my positions. And I was saying that over and over again. All right? Anyway. And I can't tell you what's going on. Thank you, Jamie. Super awesome. Yeah, everything seems right as rain. Did you say on the live that you were long, though? It doesn't matter what I said on the live. I changed my story when I saw something. And I actually, on the live, I said I'm long, but I said be careful. I said if we lose the point of control, we're going to go down. I said if we lose the 200 SMA. I said we could bearishly retest and drop to the downside. I said I will change. I said we have to stay above. I said if we don't break above this level, if Bitcoin can't get back above 37,250, we're going to the downside, period. You guys are weirdos, man. Anyway, I'm not talking to the trolls. God bless you all. I'm just going off. All right, Jack, I'm going to get rid of you, man. I love you, bro. For tonight, you're going to be timed out. I love you, bro, but I got to time you out. All right? I love you, bro. You're being annoying. Okay, on the crypto bubble, Cass up $5.99, Injective 33, Soul 69. Sam called all three. God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. Yeah. He is pay to win streamer. You were very specific. Sniped. Sam, you don't need to explain yourself for this fool. Thank you. Yeah. He's gone. Yeah, he lost his opportunity to hang out with a millionaire and fly around the world. Let's move on. So look, we lost the 200 SMA, and now we're moving to the downside. We lost the point of control as well. Okay, I don't deal with trolls. Trolls get immediately annihilated from my stream. So look, once you lose a POC, you're likely to come down to this area. That's why we got a green box. There is an inefficiency there too that got half filled. There's a chance that Bitcoin could go lower. Okay. Shout out to Borb Type Crow in the house. We love you, man. Thank you for the memberships. Shout out to Dot. Yeah, on bullish or bearish until you break a trend and it changes by the second. Maybe your own choice. People, it's simple. Amen. Shout out to, people don't realize how hard trading is. You know what I mean? Join the trading group now, CryptoLifer.com. Thank you so much for doing that. And let me get those from you, Sean. You just reminded me. Sean always helping me out. My team always helping me out. Okay. And honestly, the Caspa sell that I made is I'll be honest, it's stressing me out. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's just stressful when you take 30 grand out of a position you really want and you're waiting to get back in and they just keep toying with the price and you're like, just dump it already. You know what I mean? So I can buy. And then today it finally dumped. Everything was looking great. Super excited. And then they played games yet again. All right. So look, a bearish div on the 7 depends that we could make a move to the upside. Well, let's forget all this right now. Let's delete all my old work. Let's take a look at it fresh on the weekly and do top-down analysis like I do every single day, baby. Every single day. All right? Trailing is like herding cats. Yeah, it is. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Would you speak this way to people when you... Whoa, who is this guy? I've been the nicest guy in the world, man. I cried last night when I freaking about my dad dying, man. Can you leave me alone? Please? Please? Like, could you leave me alone? You, all you people, please leave me alone. I'm suffering, man, right now. I'm going through a lot. Like, leave me alone. Please, like, send your hate other places. Dave MC, you're gone too, bro. Peace. Like, I'm not dealing with it, bro. I'm not dealing with people being negative to me. Bounce. All right. Moving forward. The way to get successful is to cut negative people out of your life. If you don't have love for me right now, please leave the chat. You know what I mean? If you're going to do something weird to me and try to trigger me, just leave the chat, please. Get out of my life. You don't deserve it. You don't belong in it. Leave me alone. Anyway, I'm done. All right. Okay, moving forward. Now, we got resistance right here, right at this level at 36,937. That's going to be a key area, right? I mean, you got to get right there. You can see that we have resistance there. So if you slip back below it, there will be some trouble. And we clearly have resistance now. Look at the weekly candle starting to turn a little red. All right. So let's look at the most bearish scenario here. I mean, the most bearish scenario is that we have to pull back to support. You know what I mean? And that's going to be 31,633. That's just going to be the level that we're looking at. I'm going to have to put the glasses on for today because I didn't sleep well last night. I'm also on no sleep, everybody. I slept like 4 hours last night, so give me a break. All right? Give me a break, please. And I usually sleep a lot. I just been going, my wife is pregnant. I'm under a heavy stress. So give me some credit. All right? I go live every single day of my life. Okay? People losing money, that's why they're mad and being haters. Instead of losing money, just join the group and study the game. We have the best mentor in the game. God bless you. If you want to make money, you have to take responsibility for your own actions and trades. Don't blame others. Give this man a breakfast sandwich. I know, right? So look at this. I mean, this comes back down to this area. We get a bounce at 31,007. That's a key area that we're going to start looking at. All right? And if we come back down there, we make a giant cup and handle, and then we make a beautiful flag to the upside. The pullback would be awesome because it would just solidify that we have strong support right down here at 31,500. It would be a good place to load up on Bitcoin too. To me, anything lower than 40K is a steal at this point. You know what I mean? Yeah. Be thankful for teaching people without sugarcoating. God bless you among us. Thank you to all the beautiful people out here on the live. Yeah, Liver's the king, had his crown, and thankful to the teaching people with the supercoating. God bless you. Yeah, huge de-risking. Yeah, prayers for the wives. Thank you so much. Love, man. God bless you. Pray. Bravo for you and the wife for the pregnancy. Thank you, Cisco Kid. I love you, man. It'll be my third kid, man. You never know, right? So, yeah, we're looking for an SR flip. Can we bounce and get a move to the upside? So, could Bitcoin pull back? It could. Is it guaranteed to happen? No guarantees. What I'm seeing is we don't really have a bearish div yet. 5-day chart also suggests that we could have a little bit of a problem. If we go below this 200 SMA, we're going to have a pullback. That's period. And we could even pull back lower after that. If we stay above this 200 SMA on the 5-day chart, we have no problems at all. No problems at all. You know, shout out to the 800 beautiful souls on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. And may God bless each and every one of you. And let's start with a moment of prayer. Dear Lord, help me not be vexed by the trolls as my channel begins to grow. There's going to be more and more weird haters instead of my nice community that was here during the bear market. Most of us knew each other. We're going to get a new influx of people. They're going to push and pull my buttons. Help me just stay calm, clear, and level-headed no matter what. Amen. Dear Lord, I know you're there for me, and I know I'll be there for you and all of us. And you know what? I pray to you whenever I need a little bit of extra help. And please help all the people in the world. Everyone's on the stream, all their mothers, fathers, daughters, all the children in the world that are starving, orphans, people. And may we find peace in this globe. Amen. Amen. I'm at peace now. I'm at peace. And some water to top it off. Okay. Yeah, we have 100 per one people. Yeah, 100%. No, it's all love. I'm concentrating on the love, man. It's not easy, though. You go try and go live every single day and getting bombarded by the world, man. It's not easy. But again, I'll make it look easy. Let's keep it moving. So we can come here and we can bounce off this level. Are we going to go there? We'd have to lose this yellow line first. All right, on the 5-day chart. You want to watch that yellow line on the 5-day. 5-day really kind of the key because it's close enough. It's the one we want to watch. So the 5-day chart kind of has the most significant information. Also, I talked about this being a diagonal trend line. You don't want to lose this. So if you lose the 200 SMA and this line, we could go lower. There's a chance that doesn't happen. There's a chance we just pull back to this trend line and we get a massive move to the upside. I like that music right as I talk about it. Massive move to the upside. So are we going to make a flag? And this is what I call the twisted sister. We do this all the time on altcoins. When they hit a peak, we're not sure exactly what they're going to be doing. And we watch them closely at these levels. All right. We could come down and bounce. I do see a pullback. How hard the pullback is the question. All right. How hard the pullback is the question. And we're going to figure that out for you every single day here on the channel. And so this is what I'm looking at. Do we make a beautiful ascending triangle for Bitcoin and hit $51,000? You know what I mean? Shout out to Wayne Mustafa. Wayne, man, God bless you, brother. Said, if it's not for you, many would be lost. Very grateful to you and your dedication. God bless you, Chad Oliver. God bless you, Wayne Mustafa, Sloan Beach 7, Buckley X, Squirrel OG, Kendall Gill, and all the beautiful people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate the milkman. Every grandma is a future grandpa. One love, man. I don't know what that means. God bless you, brother. I don't know what that means, but I guess it's nice. You said one love, so I'm going to go with it. The 3-day chart needs to come back to the 21-day moving average. It would be awesome if we just consolidate. And you know what would be great? If Bitcoin does this, the altcoins will fly. Bitcoin dominance will get a little bit of a break, and the altcoins will continue to moon. So this is what we want to see. We want to see sideways Bitcoin action. All right? Bang, bang, bang. Look at this guy. He recognizes under stress and lack of sleep, pauses to pray and ground himself. Love you, man. Amen. Yeah, you got to find your way no matter what. And you got to use God as your witness, man. So look, we're waiting for this to come back down to the 21-day moving average. Now, it could keep pumping, but it's just very unlikely when the 21 is this far away from price. Got the golden cross, everything moving our way. 200 SMA doing its thing. But you want the 200 SMA also. You don't want price. You want these moving averages to go far away and the 200 to get space because then you'll come to it. You want the 200 to curve and move up with the moving averages. How the moving averages move is key. And I've studied them for years and they give you so much data. So just stay locked into those moving averages. The daily headed back down. Clear as day, stochastics with bearish div. And we talked about the bearish divergence many times. I had a chance that maybe it played out right there, but you can still see it's bearish div. Clear as day, right? However, you almost got this flag here. It's almost like you're retesting the top of the flag. See that? Could be retesting the top of this flag. That's interesting. I'm open-minded to this idea. Let's kind of square this away and get it tight. Nah, I feel like you felt almost impossible. We'll look at a smaller time frame. So you had the rising wedge flag that broke to the upside. This was your flag. You can almost say that was the flag with a fake out breakout, though. Kind of makes me feel better. I'm just doing some weird, could be a possible retest of this upper trend line, and we bounce from there. There's a chance. The 22 hours very oversold, right? Coming down again. Now you're far away for the 21. You're going to come touch the 21. Let's look at our daily. Daily's a little far for the 21 too. They need to touch each other. Just what's likely going to happen. You've pulled the 21 away from price action. Now let's set our daily support or resistance. Right here was a key area that we talked about that we got above at 34,476. And then right here, we had 35,455, right? And dude, once you pray, you know you're good. And especially when you pray every day. Because God is powerful, so my prayer will be answered. See, I believe that God will answer my prayers. I'm telling you right now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've drawn that retest of the previous pattern too. Possible. I like you, brother. That means you're pretty spot on, seeing some things that a lot of people just do not see. Okay, so there's a chance we retest here and we make a little ascending triangle right here inside this zone, and we break out of this to the upside. So I'm open, if we leave this trend line, then we go there. So now I know what to do. You get it? If Bitcoin bounces back up here and gets tight, likely I'm going to be able to long. If it comes down here, I'm going to short till it comes to the 21 and then open a long. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's open up a fib here. And I mean, 786 is there. Let's see. Yeah, I'll take it from maybe that wick right there. And there's your 786 that would interact with support and resistance on a wick and the golden pocket. It could happen. So this is our macro pullback. If this starts to fail and we make one of these, could be like a shoulder, a head, and a possible right shoulder to the downside. Look for price action to come up, and not make a higher high. At the end of the day, Bitcoin must break back above 37,538K, but we'll call it 37.5 to remain bullish. All right? God is the light to the darkness. Fibs out, everybody. Fibs out, dibs out. I'm DCA longing 10x all the way down to the 4-hour 2 SMA. I have a short hedge already open at 37,364. No stop. Yikes. The more you grow, the more the trolls just hating, baby. Shout out to Crypto Bellico in the house, man. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Yeah. All right. Shout out to 846 people on the live. Unbelievable. 288 likes. That is an amazing community of crypto lifers, baby. An amazing. Join the community of crypto lifers. 800 traders, man. 800 traders in a trading group. We doubled during the bear market while other trading groups collapsed and, fell apart because I had friends that were in other ones. You know what I mean? And it happened like that. And please join the Key newsletter today and hit this promotion opt-in. If you do this, I'll be able to send you other things that, you could like privy to. Like if I'm giving up, say I sell a book, you'll be able to get the book cheaper than everybody else. If you're on my email list, I'm going to give you discounts to everything that I keep doing. I highly suggest you jump in on that and get it done with me, right? I got a PDF to the newsletter. This newsletter is absolutely amazing. Let me grab this up and show it to you. But the newsletter blows my mind, man. My team works so tirelessly on the newsletter. It's unbelievable. Look at this. Week 13, all coins are taking off. Tenacity in trading. Talk about being persistent over and over again, no matter what. Break down the money flow inside of cryptocurrency and where it's going. And the AI blockchain coverage at tech and evolution. This is amazing. This newsletter will blow your mind. I'm telling you right now. Every single Monday, this newsletter comes out, and it is absolutely insane. So jump into the newsletter today. It'll blow your mind. I greatly appreciate it. Right here. I also have it pinned in the comment section, so you can join the trading group. Join CryptoLifer.com, number one. Check out my brand new website, Fast as Furious. It's loading so fast. That makes me so happy. You have no idea how happy that makes me. But join today. Jump on in if you like what you're seeing today and you're learning a lot. And we can teach you even more and show you the gains, too, in the trading group that have been absolutely insane. Like this man said, I called Soul, I called Injective, and the list goes on. I don't even I make 30 calls a week almost. And then I have 4 elite traders that work with me too. Look, he put out Sim on the 9th inside of this flag. Thing went up 172% out of nowhere. I mean, boom. We don't know exactly where they're going to go, but we have pretty good ideas. Look, I put PYR before it broke out. Thing blasted for 80% gains. I put out Crest before it broke out. It blasted for 357% gains. We put out ZRX before it broke out. It went up for 93. Look, I had the perfect triangle for ZRX before it, boom. Look, this is all time stamped in my trading group. None of this is Photoshop. This is the real deal, baby. This is the real deal. You can only get it here with the Crypto Lifer, man. Samuel J. Price. I've been doing this since I was 25 years old. I am now 40 years old. Bang, bang, bang. So look, previous support becomes resistance as well for Bitcoin. Let's move forward to the 22, which is headed oversold, but still not in the sweet pocket, but could take the sideways move. Let's take a look at our 4-hour time frame and our 4-hour. Still breaking down. What I don't like is this, like the Adam and Eve look that I'm talking about. Kind of an Adam and Eve double top, this rounded top too. Rounded tops do not pay the bills. I'll tell you that right now. And no real strong bullish divergence in the RSI. Could be headed down lower too. Stochastics in a very, very oversold position, but doesn't mean it can't go lower. Let's take a look at our 4-hour support of resistance. We have clear support right here that we bounced off nicely. We came close to test it, and then we have this level here where we're kind of falling below. If the 4-hour can't get back inside the bigger pattern, which I'm going to show you in a second. So look, this is the big old trend line that we want to watch. If we break this, we're falling lower. all right? Clear as day, but it may hold us. There's a chance we're holding that trend line, and we're in this little flag here. Feel a sneeze coming on. High pollen today, all right? Just so you know. I don't know why. I think it's from all the leaves falling, but it is a high pollen day. Also, look, you lost a high volume node. You're likely to come down to this POC here at 34,430. So nothing's guaranteed, but we are getting a bit of a pullback. It's also Monday, false move Monday. Be careful of your Mondays, all right? I'm going to get rid of the falling wedge for now because right now we're still in this pattern until we're not, right? Like we can still technically hold this trend line until we can't. If we hold this trend line, anything is possible at any moment in time. And I could be wrong. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. No clue. All I do is go over the parameters and what I'm looking at. If we lose this level, we're going to drop right back down here to 36,407. That's going to be our next area to watch. The 1 hour also very overbought. No real bearish div. That slight bullish div there. Well, that kind of moves up, but it's really not strong enough. I'd like a stronger bullish divergence. There's some on the 15. I'll take it. That's a good bullish div right there. That could get us back above the zone and get us popping back up to the upside. You know, there's a chance you could say, well, we're still inside this pattern. And we could hold this zone and bounce back up. I just look shoulder kind of head. It just rounded. It doesn't look amazing. You know what I mean? And if we get a bounce, we get a bounce. I'm not trying to trade right now. I'm not longing or shorting anything on the smaller time frames, and I'm not opening up a leverage trade today. I'm taking a break from the leverage trading for a day for my mental capacity. And I won. I've been doing great. Trust me, I sold a $500 trade. The last trade I sold was up $500. I'll show it to you if you want, because I don't like BSing anybody. And my P&L is amazing. I did an amazing job trading in the last few weeks. I'm super proud of myself. Life has been good. Life has been absolutely amazing. You know what I mean? You can't hate. You know what I mean? Can't hate. I do hold a lot of Bitcoin in my portfolio, so when it slips, I might lose a little bit in the overall portfolio. But the 30-day P&L, which I showed, up $47,000. The 7-day P&L up 20 grand. I mean, you make 20 grand in a week, you're going to be doing pretty good. All right? You're not going to have a lot of stress in your life making 80 grand a month. All right? You're going to be pretty good. 40 grand a month even. 40 grand a month is, 400 grand in 10 months. It's like $480,000 a year. And again, to me, I want to make like $10 million a year. But, right now as things starting to go and we're getting a big push, you know what I mean? And things are going to get bigger and bigger too. That's just the beginning of what cryptocurrency could do for your life. So 1, 2, bit of a double top there too in a rounded motion. Do we get the bounce back to the upside is the question. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. So I'm watching kind of this funny trend line here and hoping that we get a bounce from it. If we lose it, we're going to go lower, period. And you can see the areas that we're likely going further to. So let's take a look at the 15 and the 7. 7 doesn't look amazing either. So look, for me, it's all about support or resistance. And look, you SR flipped the zone. You bounced, resistance, made a bit of an M and dropped to the downside. So if Bitcoin can't get back above 36,900, expect more downside. Now you're lower than this right here, 36,779. If you can't get back above that, expect more downside. So right now, the 7-minute to be rolling over, I would expect a little more downside. However, eventually, we're going to make some type of div. Now, there's a good divergence here on the 7-minute, and I'm showing you this. What is divergence? It's when price goes up on the RSI, but goes down on price action, all right? I like to use candle bodies and not the wicks when using divergences. Super, super important, all right? So this is what I'm watching here on the 7. That's when, but look, we got the bounce up. See, the thing about the divergence is it played out already, and it got rejected by support and resistance and the POC on the 7, and then you came back down, and now you're hitting this and getting rejected. So it doesn't look amazing, And one thing that we have to watch out for is, could this make a descending triangle? This might come down, get inside the wedge, tighten up. The 7-minute has to break back above the 200 SMA to remain bullish. It doesn't look like it's happening yet. So I wouldn't even think about a long till a smaller time frame captures above this, and then we get above the POC. Then we start moving back to the top of the pattern, and things can play out. But I would watch the 7-minute 200 SMA, because if it continues to stay on top, we're going to continue to drop to the downside. Falling wedges break down the length of their base, and they break down pretty fast too as well. So I'm not saying it's a descending triangle yet, but I want you ready for it in case it is. I want you to see something that you might not have seen before. All right? Very, very important. Bitcoin Cash doing some damage too today, already kind of holding its own against Bitcoin. And we're going to talk about ETH, BTC, and we're going to break down how the altcoins are faring against Bitcoin. We're going to show you Bitcoin dominance. We're going to show you total 3. We're going to show you so much amazing stuff. But right now, I do see more downside for Bitcoin based on the 7-minute time frame, based on the rejection of this key level at 36,737. I would expect to move somewhere down to the bottom of the pattern here for Bitcoin at about 36,650. All right. And welcome to the channel if you just jumped in. I greatly appreciate you. And thank you so much for being a crypto lifer, calling yourself someone that's dedicated to crypto and giving it your all. So I'm preemptively drawing the idea that we could be making a descending triangle if we stay inside this smaller pocket and then break down to a level at 36,259. And then the weather here of this bigger idea could take us even to 36,200. Now I want to see if there's liquidity on BOOKMAP at these areas that make sense. And look, we kind of already, we didn't tap this yet. And look, that's 36.2, right? It is. It's 36.3 and then probably 36.270. And then we have a big bar of liquidity right here, hanging out at 36.480. So not as much to the upside as to the downside. We got this channel here, but, it's floating. We have dark. This is a heat map order book. This is BOOKMAP. It shows us where the liquidity lies. It shows me where the biggest orders are for Bitcoin. This is a buy at 640 Bitcoins. I'd like to buy when the whales buy, don't you think? Probably be a good idea. Again, I'd like to buy when the big boys buy. It would make sense to me. So I'd see Bitcoin coming lower to these key red areas of buy zones, all right? So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, all right? So it comes back down and then stays inside this descending triangle. We could get a move further down. Key levels to watch are here and here, which is 36,003 and 36,002. Funny, that's exactly where this sits at 36,300. Uncanny, 330, right? Whenever my TA lines up with the red bar on BOOKMAP, gives me yet another percentage win that my trade's going to play out to the upside. So, bit of an Adam and Eve double top, losing key levels. I'll show you. Now, if everything will change. If we get back above the 7-minute, forget I'll even give you the 5. If we get back above the 5 200 SMA, we could start to get ourselves out of the zone and get a move on out. Until that happens, we will be struggling, and we're likely more to the downside. Look, every time the 7-minute lost the 200 SMA here, drop until you got back above it, drop. Then you got above it, everything was all right. Here you lost it, nasty drop. Here you lost it, nasty drop. All right? And, there's a nasty drop. And then you need to get back above. So we're looking for a strong div, which we kind of have on the, we have some strong divergence in the 5-minute time frame. But what I want to see is the divergence actually play out, get us back above key support or resistance levels, and moon us to the upside, right? That's what we're looking for. Let's look at these altcoins here. DeFi on KuCoin. Oh, yeah, trades up. YFI's up again. Phantom MakerDAO doing damage, up 4%. Suki, Layer, a coin I keep showing you, and I like. Layer just continues to do damage. Doesn't care about Bitcoin at all. Layer. And look, it's consolidating now. That's a consolidation for Layer. I wouldn't be surprised if Layer broke out later on today. Unilayer, I believe it is. And anything with Uniswap, Unilayer, Unify, anything, and that's on KuCoin and Gate.io. And that thing could moon. So I would watch Layer for a move to the upside today. It's already breaking out. The last time it continued to move, possibly 15% gains out of Layer. All right, so I'd be paying attention to Layer. And again, I don't own any. They never paid me to talk about it. I'm just a guy that does technical analysis. And that's what the TA says to me. It just speaks to me. All right, it speaks to me. And remember, it's also False Move Monday. They'll make you think it's one way, flip it the other. That's why I play support or resistance. Take a deep breath and stay calm every single Monday. And you don't have to trade every single day of the week. You don't have to force trades. Right? If the trade doesn't come to you, then you don't have to take it. Period. Anyway, let's get back to BTC, USDT on Binance. So we just went from like the bigger time frame all the way back down, the weekly all the way to the 5 to kind of get a good handle of what's happening. So until I see Bitcoin break back above this resistance at 36,780, I would expect more downside or sideways price action. And until the 5-minute, I called it the 7, until the 5-minute or the 7, these smaller time frames can get back above the 200 SMA, I have to remain more bearish than bullish. It's just, that's how it is. Let's talk about Caspa, everybody. I got in, I got out. We sold pretty nicely. Then it came back down, right, after the dumpage from 9.8. It made this Adam and Eve double top, in my humble opinion. That's an Adam and Eve double top. It broke down. Got all the way to 7.8 and then got bought back out of nowhere, only to come back and get a bearish retest of this channel and drop again. Now it's sitting at about 8.3, and I never bought any more of my Caspa back yet. I really haven't, you know. Pretty wacky pattern if you ask me. And if I go to the bigger time frame like the daily, I study this all the time on the daily, the price action likes to come back to the 200 SMA. So look at this. And the 21. Whenever we get far away from the 21 and the Stokes are pointing down like that, it tells me we're going to get somewhat of a move to the downside, period. Now, no crazy bearish div, but kind of bearish div here because it's such an upward trending move. And this takes its time. I used to think I was going to be able to feel it out, but like you almost just have to set this and just let it do its thing. But this tells me we could go lower. I could pull a Fibonacci here. And we're looking for price to come down, hopefully somewhere to the 618 golden pocket, even to the 786 for Caspa. These would be key load-up zones for me. 5.9 and 6.5 are the areas that I'm looking at to get back into Caspa with my bag, baby. And you know I love Caspa. I didn't want to sell it, but I was up $15,000 on one trade. And I had built that from another trade too as well. Bitcoin ripping back to the upside, getting a nice green candle. See, false move Monday, just getting absolute craziness. It is bouncing off the divergence. We'll give you that for a move to the upside, but the divergence was weird. I'll show you why. The divergence played out. Then you got a breakout. Then you came down. Then you came up again. It negated. That's over. Like that happened there. So then you just got a nice bounce to the upside. They could be inducing longs. They want to bring in some longs. I'm not longing until I get 3 7-minute candles above this 200 SMA. You know what I mean? And the pattern starts to form better. But 36.8 is balling out. It's hanging. It's doing its thing. All right? But again, and now you even have resistance right here. Look. Right where that candle closed. And look, it just kind of hit where these two candles hit right there. At what? 36,800. All right. So I'm really, you know, but a falling wedge could break out 68% of the time. I do see this kind of a double bottom here. Double bottoms do break to the upside. I'd like to see it boom, get above this point of control, get above the 200 SMA, and then, you know, the party can really, really get started. So smaller time frames can confirm us back above. And look, there's a key resistance right here because bounce, bounce, resistance, resistance. So you want to really see Bitcoin get back above 36,928. You want to see it really conquer 37,000 yet again. Only time will tell. We're at a key level of support or resistance right now, and I'm not longing or shorting. Some days I'm probably 90% of the time you guys see me opening up a long or a short. I live trade on this channel all the time. Some days I don't. When I'm exhaustedly tired, you know, when I know I'm going through a little bit of stress, I don't push myself into leverage trading. I may open up a spot. I may swing trade. I may DCA, right? I may buy a little Bitcoin or something like that, but I don't push myself into leverage trading when I'm extremely tired. It's not a smart idea for me. I know my mental capacity. I know where I stand, all right? And join my trading group. I really appreciate it. And join this newsletter. I can't tell you because we're going to give you a Black Friday deal coming out. Yes, it's going to be Cyber Monday, Black Friday. You know we're going to bring it hard like I do every single year. We're going to give you my value at the best possible time, at the best possible price. Now, if you join the newsletter, you're going to get access to the Black Friday deal before everybody else, and you're going to get an additional discount that nobody else will get just by being super loyal to me because I'm a loyal guy, and if you're going to be loyal to me, that means so much. So do the right thing. Join my newsletter. Hook me up. I can't wait to see you in there. One thing I just saw out of nowhere that's a bit funny, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder there that I almost missed, you know? Bit of a funky little inverted head and shoulder there. Interesting. And then we got this pattern brewing, which is kind of a bear flag, I'll be honest. But we could say it was like this, and it broke out of like an uptrending, descending triangle. It's pretty weird. But again, let's see if the 5 can conquer and get back up to the 200 SMA based on the bullish div and get the move. We should be able to get somewhat of a recovery. And if Bitcoin can start breaking these other highs and really solidify itself, then it can fight off the bears. Okay? And all the nonsense will be okay. We got to watch these smaller time frames for confirmation. And that's why I'm not going to long or short yet because I see some key areas that I want to wait to see what price action does when it gets there before I make my move. All right? Before I make my move. And that's Bitcoin right now in a bit of a nutshell, right? Really nothing else to talk about. Kind of boring. Not boring. It's never boring, but, You know, it's not like everyone wants the price action to be euphoric, bump into the upside, everyone's screaming. It's not always like that, right? Some days are actually, tough. Some days are hard to figure out. Some days aren't the same, Yeah, so literally, I was going to make a new support of resistance. Let me get rid of my moving averages for a second. And so, like, this is a key area that you want to break back above. It's a zone. It may not be an actual line, but it's a zone. Right now, we're doing pretty good getting back up inside there, which is a good sign. You don't want to get rejected by this top trend line. And I'm going to get rid of the projection. I don't need that projection. I'm going to get rid of the divergence. I'm going to get rid of this line. And we only need really one line here. Clean up the act. So, yeah, like, but I'll be honest, that has some bearish flag vibes to me. Like so. I'd like to see that make its way on out of here, and get through. This is the key resistance right there, 36,941, and then the point of control right here at 37,000. You get back above 37K, you're back inside the pattern, and and again, don't forget, you have somewhat of a double bottom here. Remember, if I live trade it right now or not, I guess I might give you some confidence, but at the same time, it's like you got to do what makes you happy in your trading style, all right? What's funny is I'm looking at Binance here, but we're pumping a little harder, 36,880 on the conglomerate BOOKMAP data, right? We're getting a short squeeze now as we speak for Bitcoin. Is Binance, man, we're getting the pump, but it's funny. I'm at 890 already. Binance is behind the 8 ball. It's kind of weird. We usually don't see that. I wonder why that's happening. We're at 890 right here on my BOOKMAP data with Binance Futures, Bybit, and OKX. Bybit may be getting a bit of a run up here. And there's the break back to the upside off of the bullish div. And we should go to the 200 SMA. That's the old printer, right? There's your div back to the 200 SMA. Remember, it's okay to take a day off from trading. If you trade every single day of your life, it's okay to take a day off, all right? I mean, it's really not, but I'm just not. No, but for your mental state and for your own health and your mental. You only have so much mental gigabytes in your brain that you need. You need all that data, baby. So this could be a fake wick out, a bull trap just to pull people in, and then we come back down. 36,900 is hitting, all right? And futures are a little higher usually too, though, than the spot price, right? But we're at 36,900 already on, and I'll show you right here. If we go to, I'm going to duplicate this actually. And I'm going to go to the MEXC perpetual, and it should be higher. Just add a P here. We'll go to MEXC perpetual. Yeah, there you go, 893. And that makes sense. That's where we want to sit. So at the end of the day, it's not all bad. We got some beautiful supportive resistance here. And we could just be making some type of flag here before we settle on out to another move. So I like what I'm seeing. Everything is okay. No reason to heavily stress yourself. Take a deep breath. All is well, But Bitcoin does, to me, tell me that there's a pullback coming, and I'm using the small time frames to figure out what exactly is going down here. Let me readjust, but to me, it does seem like we are losing it. We're still kind of inside the trend a little bit, like right on the line. And we almost got to the 200 SMA, but did not. We're overbought too at this point. But you have a strong support at my green bar. Can we hold it? Look at it. It goes all the way back down to here. It's a very strong support. We double bottomed off of it. We bounced there. We lost it. Came back above. And look at that false move Monday. They rigged everybody. They just did a mini bull trap. People were just like, "Oh, word, I'm gonna long that," and then they just rigged the price right back down. I'm telling you, man, Monday is a treacherous day to trade. They've already been doing it. They brought it down. They brought it up. They brought it down. They brought it up. They brought it down. Like vicious. Look what they've been doing all morning. Just wrecking people all over the place. Be careful trading Mondays. I'm telling you right now. We also have PPI tomorrow, if I'm correct, right? Let's look at our Forex Factory and our red folders and see what's happening. Schedule release for PPI Index, November 15th. Today's the 13th. So we have PPI on Wednesday, all right? And we're going to find out. That's going to give us some data. It's going to rock the markets. Pay attention to that PPI, baby, all right? Just got to, So, and that's coming out on November 15th. And that's that's the producer price index, all right? And you're going to want to know that information. And I'll keep you privy to all the stuff that happens. You want to go to Forex Factory and look at your red folders, see what's happening. I love you guys, red folder days. Non-farm, FOMC member Cook speaks. Who cares? We don't care today, Federal budget balance, FII, yep. Nothing today. Today ain't too bad, actually. All right. Nothing too bad. Tomorrow, core CPI is tomorrow. That's what, yeah, we have consumer price index tomorrow. So and then we have PPI on Wednesday. Yeah, I knew something was coming out tomorrow. So we have core CPI tomorrow. That also gets the market pretty crazy. So today I wouldn't be surprised if the market just is a little erratic because you got people kind of in fear of what's going to happen with core CPI. Now, all we want to do is see that inflation dropped slightly comparatively, and it's going to help the markets rip. Eventually, the Federal Reserve will never get to 2%. That's a lie. They're telling you a lie. I'm just I want you to know. And I'm not trying to cause problems. I'm just telling you the honest truth here. I'm an honest guy. They will never get to 2%. If you don't understand that, don't worry. I do. Vote for me for president. We'll figure it out together. All right. But yeah, these are cool things you want to know at forexfactory.com. Great place to kind of keep you up what's happening. When you see a red folder, it tells you to watch out. The markets could get a bit of a move. And that's why they're red on Forex Factory, just to give us an up, hey, Japanese yen down 0.05% against the dollar. The British pound down 0.08%. U.S. Canadian dollar, U.S. against Canada is down. The Australian dollar against the U.S. is down. The New Zealand dollar against U.S. is down. And the pound against the Japanese yen is down. Interesting. And there it is, Forex, baby. So yeah, top of the channel, you're likely to be able to short all the way back down here, in my humble opinion. We'll see, though. It looks like it broke out and it's bullishly retesting the top of this channel. Little, small ideas. But again, you're still lower than the 200 SMA. Remember that. Key insight. Once you're lower than a 200 SMA, you got to be careful. So let's move forward. Let's take a look at Ethereum and see what's happening with ETH. People say it's bumping. I feel like it should be dumping. It doesn't make sense. But, hey, it's getting some love right now against Bitcoin. Let's take a look. Wow, so it really is pumping right now as we speak. Well, DeFi is heating up. You have to remember, people that are in DeFi don't care that much about Bitcoin. And so you need ETH to get into DeFi, to get into Uniswap, right? To buy other coins and then to bridge and do all this stuff. And so we're seeing a lot of crazy price action. And look at this. It may bounce off this zone here. Bitcoin trying to bounce off the previous support and resistance. Could it SR flip this area and get a move to the upside? And this is a double bottom. That's why I want to see us break above this level at 36.9. I want to see us get above the 200 SMA. And then that, my friends, would be a juicy, juicy trade. All right. It could very well be. Let's take a look at ETH on the bigger time frames, but it tells me it's going all the way up to $2,300 a coin. On the way, baby. On the way. Boom. 10% gains coming out of Ethereum. It's Ethereum. But I see some moves coming. One day I was listening to a streamer. Wow. There's a quarry near my house. Did anyone feel that or hear that? It's a quarry near my house, and they blast a rock. And I live like, I don't know, a 10-minute walk through the woods, and man, they blast the rock. That's insane. Anyway, Ethereum breaking out of this beautiful flag to the upside, almost a descending triangle, which is interesting, right? Like, doesn't look amazing, but it broke out nonetheless and got the pump. Now you have support for Ethereum at 2,067, and then even where you broke out here at 20,085. I'm going to delete all my old work. I'm going to take care of the moving averages, and I just want to look at Ethereum on the weekly time frame and look at kind of the macro idea for Ethereum. So ETH, interesting enough, could still technically be in a bear flag, right? I'm just breaking it down. I'm not saying it is. You have to heed that idea. That's possible, right? So your next big resistance for Ethereum is, oh my gosh, lo and behold, $2,500, like on the 5, 25.18, right? This area is also going to be a key support and resistance zone. Resistance, you just breached it. That's awesome. You could continue to move to the upside. This still is a trend line, though, that we're watching, and you'd have to get back above that to remain bullish. Let's look at our moving averages above the 200 SMA. Very bullish sign. A little overbought on the weekly, but doesn't mean it's over yet. Just like Bitcoin, the 5-day chart, but yep, the 5-day has not flipped the 200 SMA like Bitcoin has. So ETH is still behind Bitcoin to somewhat of an extent, right, on its progressive movement throughout the charts. I'd like to see it flip this and continue up, but its next big resistance is $2,500. It's pretty obvious ETH is going to get there, but you never know. ETH at $2,000, baby. ETH at $2,000. And ETH holding strong. We're going to look at the ETH BTC chart in a second and break that down for you too as well. Just to kind of, and it is the leading indicator of the altcoins, but a lot of altcoins started moving this time because we have a lot more stuff going on than we had before. You have this flag inside of Ethereum, which is a falling wedge that did break to the upside. Looking for some hidden bullish. Kind of that swings up while that swings down. Pretty much hidden bullish divergence. Said you can break the high of the high. Again, you'll have to get above the 200 SMA on the 5-day chart. Let's take a look at our 3-day. And our 3-day has just breached above the 200 SMA. See, when Bitcoin did this, it was a big thing. Look, that's a cup with a handle, and then you broke out to the upside. So 3-day chart getting a little extended, but, not the worst thing in the world. The daily just getting started with this ripper to the upside in the 22 as well. The 8-hour looking absolutely amazing for ETH. So ETH is in a flag. And this tells me that altcoins just, for the most part, don't care. And Ethereum's just in a mind of its own, In a world by yourself, Ethereum. So look, you take a look here. 24,000, 2,431 is the target for ETH. All right. And remember this bigger channel, we'd have to break above it too. But I like what I'm seeing for Ethereum. And the 8-hour suggests it could continue to the upside. The 4-hour just getting started for a massive move. That's a bull flag. I'd look for smaller time frames to make another smaller flag. Kind of like this. The 5-minute did just make a flag. It also is false move Monday. I'd be very careful with price action. The way Bitcoin is philandering all over the place today. Came all the way back up. Now it's holding the zone. Let's take a look here. 36,838. And the bears, they should have been able to trounce the price. They seem to having some problems. The bears are having some issues. Like, they got us real low and they're unable to take us even lower. Tells me that they're struggling a little bit and they may have some issues. These are all DeFi coins that are doing pretty well, but, top of the line, we see Trade, USD, Polytrade. What a nice pump there for Trade. But just sitting on this idea, look we bounced out, we came down, we bounced. We bounced off support or resistance right there at 36,825. Could be a really nice place as long as we continue up towards the 200 SMA and flatten these shorts. Well, it'd be cool if this makes a giant inverted shoulder. I know some of you see it, but, shoulder, kind of head, and then a right shoulder. That will propel us further to the upside as well. Okay? So that's Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. We just kind of defied this area. We got lower than it, but we got back above it. We now have support or resistance that we all can see at 36,800. We got back above it. If we can stay above that, we can begin to build. If we breach this trend line, we can begin to build. And we are. That's a breakout. That is a look. Resistance, 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 resistance. Somehow, this candle was stronger than the other ones. And we got our move to the upside. The divergence really propelled us further on for this move. And 890 right now. And look, the massive short liquidations. Everyone that went short this morning is getting absolutely rocked and wrecked. It's tough. All right? It is tough. So what do I do for Bitcoin right now? Well, I would wait for it to get back above the 200 SMA on the 5. And I'd wait for it to get back above these peaks here at 37,000. All right? Then if it comes back down for a retest or drops into one of these areas, I'd be looking to possibly grab some BTC or mainly ETH, though. If I was going to trade this type of move, I would trade the Ethereum move with it. Ethereum looks more bullish, actually. So, really just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. ETH looks like it's going to continue. Its first little target is about 2157. The bigger target is all the way up there. All right. And that level to watch for Ethereum is 2335 and then 2431 for ETH, baby. All right, let's take a look at the super chats and see what you people are saying in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight, today, this afternoon, this morning, no matter where you are in the world? It could be night for some of you. Catch the ARB run. It's going. Wild West, baby. Alluvium getting ready to pump to the 200 NFA. Yeah. If we didn't get the newsletter in an email today, there is somewhere to read it. Did you join the newsletter? I think it comes out later on. That's why. But you'll get it. If you join the newsletter, please. As long as you are a pro Bill of Rights, you have my vote, Sam. Amen, bro. Phantom, update on Wax, Lifer. You put it in Discord last night. You're doing great, Lifer. How are you? Lifer Adam, I'm doing amazing. HNT, Rune. A lot of people asking, send in a super chat for TA and Deep Dives. I can't do free super chats just because it's for the show's purposes. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not doing any type of stuff like that for the super chats. Make that really clear. The super chats are really just a way for people to get their attention seen before other people because there's a lot of stuff going on. How about WorldCoin? Can you give us some perspective since it's pumping like crazy? Yeah, sure. TIA Lifer, meme coin up 56% at the moment. Found this because of Lifer News week ago. Funny. Press that like. O Primem el like, mi gente. Yeah, mi gente. I made $17 million on my TradingView paper account. It's a struggle, but I struggle in real life. Can't wait to join your trading group. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing differently when you paper trade that you're doing when you have real money? You're using your emotions, and you're probably not allowing the trade to play out. You're probably worried about losing money. You're not letting things be. All right. There's your divergence on the 5. There's your divergence right there, and then you bounce up to the 200 SMA. Once we flip the 200 SMA, I mean, Bitcoin could short squeeze all the way back up to 37,500. All right. Arbor chart looking nice. Let's take a look at Arbitrum and Caspa. I want to see Caspa continue to move down. All right. Now it's right basically where I sold 858. It's at 85. And I want to see this thing make a move, man. I really do. Love is the strongest frequency. Amen. Scared money makes no money. 100%. It also loses money, though. Wow. Arbitrum making the move to the upside. I don't know if I drew a little flag here. And I own Arbitrum. You guys know that. I bought in. And 79 cents was a steal. They do still have some unlocks, right? That kind of sketches me out. But, look at that giant double bottom. That's your measured move technically to the double bottom, and then you're on your way out. The daily's resetting pretty nicely, means it could flip too. And look at this 8-hour time frame. The 8-hour wants to make a bigger move out of this flag to the upside. My next target for Arbitrum would be 145 for Arbitrum. All right, so I like what I'm seeing. It definitely bottomed down here. I see another big flag with a target at 145. I'll swing trade in Arbitrum. That would be the area I would be looking to get out. Make sure we don't double top here. You want to make sure you breach this line and continue to the upside. Once that double top is negated, likely you could make a pretty nice move further up. There'll be a little bit of resistance right there. And then, my friends, you'll be ready to potty hotty, all the way to the upside over here, as they say in Boston. All right. Visit the new amazing Crypto Lifer website. Thank you for saying that. God bless you. He said you regret selling Caspa. I'm not selling Caspa. It's my favorite coin. I'm reallocating. I had 360,000 Caspa. I'm going to be buying back in as soon as humanly possible. All right. Even right now, look, I'm going to slowly start DCAing in just a little bit, just to make myself feel better. All right. I'm going to put what I'm willing to lose for now, and then I'm going to start to build the bag. But I do believe I can get more Caspa for my money. Of course, I would never sell Caspa and actually get rid of it forever. That would be insane. So, 100%, man. I'm with you, bro. I'm a Caspa fiend, bro. You have no idea. I love this coin. Look, and as I told you, I did tether up. I went back into Bitcoin Cash at 2 in the morning last night. I couldn't sleep last night with the way the market was moving. Thoughts on EGLD looks right. I agree. See, I put $5,000 in Casper last night. I put $5,000 in EGLD. I put $5,000 in Gala. I put $5,000 in Bitcoin Cash. And in the middle of the night, I got this weird feeling, and I bounced on out. Now the daily says we're going lower on Caspa, and it says that I'm going to be able to get it cheaper. All right. But I want to get back my whole entire bag. If I bought my whole bag right now of Caspa, it was 367,000 tokens. Actually, it was about 400,000. That's going to cost me $34,000 right now, right? So, yeah. I bought Caspa at the top because that's what I do. Oh, man. Don't worry. If you hang out with us, you won't buy the top ever again for the rest of your life. I can teach you how to never buy the top again. Your indicators will be overcooked. Things won't be right. And you'll know it's better off not to do it. So look, right now I'll start with $3,500. All right? And I'm going to buy back in. It is cheaper than I sold it at. So I am getting a little more Casper for the money. All right? Not a lot, but it still is cheaper. All right? And to me, that's not a big deal. If that goes all the way down to 1,000, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. All right? Fill that bag, baby. There it goes, 71%. And it doesn't even have to get filled all the way. That's good enough. Now I'm back in Casper, at least for a little bit, right? But I don't have my allocation yet. I want my allocation, all right? And I will get it. I will get it. So, yeah, 100%, man. I would never, I'm late joining today. Have you covered ETH? It's been moving a lot. Yeah, we already went over ETH. God bless you, Mo Fish. We're looking at right now. It's got a nice, it's been moving okay. A little bit of bearish div starting to form here. Is that swinging sideways? Well, that's swinging up. Just something to heed. Starlink just printed an 8% candle on the 5-minute. I love that STARL. We traded this coin on and off for a while now. It's been amazing. And shout out to MEXC. The place to be is MEXC. Look at that. It got above a 200 SMA and gone. Once you see a candle above the 200 on any time frame, it can react with magic. Oh, wow. They sent this thing to the ground, though, after that last pump. So crazy. Look. Remember we put it out, it pumped nicely, and then it's just going sideways. Wow. Big time, something I would like to get back into at the right time. All right, big time. Remember, I bought a bunch of things on the live stream recently. I can't type, so don't worry about it. My fingers just move too fast, and then they just don't. So look, I looked at it breaking out. It was in a weird channel. To me, it's just like kind of consolidating sideways here. I don't like this market structure at all. Really strange for big time. I'm bullish on ERTHA. Mega bullish. I remember that coin. I used to trade it back in the day on KuCoin. I know the coin well. Yeah. Thing is out of control. Right? Look at this. It was just 007 and it went to 30. So 7 to 30 is a 4x, right? I mean, 340% gains on ERTHA. And all these little coins are popping out of nowhere. There's so much money here in this market. Can you check bull div on the 5-minute Solana? I mean, Bitcoin has it, so it'll have it too. Pretty simple. Malv looking good on the daily, my man. I bought 12K Caspa. Don't care if it dips. Amen. It's going to be a meme coin day. Shout out to Glenn App. Shout out to Harry in Motion. Shout out to the 922 beautiful souls on the live. $46 in chat revenue. 437 likes. May God bless each and every one of you. Remember, if you live in love, you cannot be denied. Have you seen Media? I don't know what it is. No. Media. I can't seem to find it anywhere. Nah. I'm going to move on for now. I'll go up to CoinMarketCap and see if I can find it. Shout out to Joe Cat. Seems like a nice guy. Media Network. Let's take a look. What a name, right? $2.49 million market cap. Went from 7.3 to 11 out of nowhere. It's got a tiny market cap, though. You guys are like, just because something booms, you're like, I'm all over it. It is on the Solana. It is on the Solana blockchain. It's got a Solana address, right? So look, you would go to Radium. Let me teach you how to trade Solana coins. You'd go to radium.io. All right. You'd launch the app. Oh, my old computer, I have my Solana wallet. I'm going to have to go find that and get that loaded. But you got to use a Phantom wallet. All right. It's called this. So you got to get yourself a Phantom wallet with a PH. All right. The Phantom app. Download that today. Get yourself going. It's a great wallet. Works really good. Download it for Brave. Load it up. Then you're going to be able to send Solana to the Phantom wallet from Coinbase, which is super fast. Right. And then I would, go here to the coin. I would paste in that address that we just had, and there's Media Network. And that's how you get access to really small coins that nobody knows about before they're even on centralized exchanges. You have to learn how to use decentralized exchanges. I have a class. I really feel like this class everyone should join the class. And again, yes, it makes me money when you join my classes, but every one of you should join the class. All right? Every single one of you should join the class. Let me show you what I'm talking about and why. The reason being is because, look at, let me show you why. The MetaMask class will blow your mind, all right? And it's below, it's absolutely here. Let me show you. The MetaMask class will blow your mind, and I'm going to explain why. The MetaMask class has access to all the different coins and all the swaps, all right? And you want to know what swap is the place to be, like Matic, quick swap pumps. You want to get an understanding of what's happening in the market. Look at 36,900 Bitcoin getting the move back to the upside, starting to get that pump back on up. This double bottom may play out. It's still got rejection. We got to get above the 200 SMA. We got to. But you could say we are breaching this trend line and beginning to make our move to the upside on this insane Monday. We did just breach the trend line. We'd have to go back inside to be bearish. That's a good sign that we're slowly getting outside of the bigger pattern. We could easily work our way all the way back up to the top here at 37.7. That's an interesting thing that I'm looking at, right? So another thing that you want to kind of focus on is this, right? If you can't get back above this high too, 36,937. So I would write both those levels down. I would watch them like a hawk. Now, if this is what you want to see, you want to see us break above this SR, flip it, and then we could easily get our move. Then you want to see us flip that one, and then we got a pretty nice move all the way back up to about 37,464. Okay? Love, light, and high vibes to my lifers. Bearish TA played out. Shaking my head. Yeah. We made profit on Sats in the 99. Shout out to Reggie. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, you guys were going hard last night. Like, the group is nuts, right? What a great place to be. Sats on BitGet. And that thing boomed last night. That's the 5-minute chart. Wow, you guys are nuts, right? Wow, 47%, and now it's consolidating. SAT's doing a little consolidation here. I'd like to see it come back down to the bottom of this pattern, cup and handle. That thing could continue to the upside. I would pay attention to that. I don't know what it is. I've never researched it. Be careful. Could rug pull. You know, I don't know what it is. Super small, low cap gem there on BitGet. I don't know where else you can buy that thing. Can you take a look at VeChain? Shout out to DCA. I love that. DCA. Thanks for looking up media. I found it on Coinbase. Top movers list. Cool, man. Just got cooked in Grok. Oh, man. Yeah, you can't trade these memes, man, unless you know what you're doing. Oh, look at that. Yeah. That's what happens, bro. That's what happens. Be careful. Like this coin, too. All these crazy coins. Now it's not even coming up. Maybe I got delisted. You know what I mean? So weird. I swear it was called WTF, right? Wasn't it? Windfall token. I never heard of that thing. It definitely took a windfall. Funny, time's coming back up too. There's a lot of interesting stuff. Let's take a look at total. The total market cap in all of cryptocurrency and break it down. And remember, I stream every single day, everyone. If you're new, who's here new to the channel, never seen me before, all right? I stream every single day without fail, okay? Christmas, every single time, man. Christmas, Thanksgiving, you name it, I'm doing it. You know, check out NERF. ERTHA up 50% today. Yeah, a lot of coins are up. Just because something's up doesn't get me too excited, man. I've been doing this for a long, long time. But look, you're getting a lot of, pressure right here, not being able to get above 141. It's a bit of an issue there on total market cap. Okay. Total struggling, resistance. And then in the major move here is 1.57 too as well. Right. And this go up 24%. But again, you're not able to get above the zone. So the same kind of thing happening for Bitcoin as total. Like total's made a move, but now it's gonna have to bust out of this flag. Like this flag is gonna have to make it. Now the altcoins in Ethereum, this is the market cap of all of cryptocurrencies. So if Bitcoin goes sideways and the altcoins rip, this thing's gonna continue to move. Right? Can you check out LTF on Solana? Love you, brother. Thank you. The low cap coins go up and then down so fast. I don't get excited over that unless I bought bottom. Exactly. Shout out to all the new names in the chat. Keep them coming back. Get the education you deserve. Shout out to everybody here. Crypto Coin Review. Check out Nerf. Funny. Alt YouTube account for uploads. That's so funny, man. Alt YouTube account first day here, brother. Funny. The Lifer is the hardest working man in crypto. Period. And that's what everybody says. I don't even say it. That's what everybody says. All right. God bless you all for being here. Everyone, jump on in to the trading group. And we have so many things in the trading group, like access to a leverage mastery class that could change your life, and $300 one-time payment to be able to get 3 weekly Zoom mentoring sessions and talk about what's happening in the market and in the charts. That'll blow your mind. That has a QR code and a link below to jump on in. You may want to jump onto that. That class will teach you a lot of information. Start with the 99 though. Dip your feet in. I don't want to gouge you first. I want you to join in my 99. I usually don't oversell like that, but we did add a new class that a lot of people do like. But I don't want to gouge you. I want you to come in for 99, see what's happening, understand, and, begin to learn. Been watching since 2022, bro. He finally joined the trading group. Wow. People have been watching me for 3 years, and then they finally joined the trading group. Pretty crazy, right? That's how you know the trading group's going to play up. There's people that have been waiting on the sidelines, like this Lifer guy. He called the bottom at 15,000. A lot of people were watching me when I called a bottom, and they were like, what's going to happen? And, they've seen now that a lot of the stuff that I've called has played out over time. I need to sync up my YouTube and Discord name. It would be nice so I could know who you were for sure. Smash the likes, man. God bless you all. Thank you for saying that. And please hit the like button. This is not your average channel. Hit that like button. One thing I want to say too, again, I want to push this idea. Join the newsletter. I'm going to benefit you for doing it. I'm going to be like, wow, you're a good friend. Like you're hooking me up. I'm hooking you up. We're going to do a Cyber Monday and Black Friday sale for sure. 4-day weekend sale. It's going to be out of control. You're going to get access to it before everybody else. And you're going to get a discount nobody else gets if you join this newsletter. Always hit the opt-in because if I have something else coming out that I want to hook you up with, I would like to be able to tell you about it, okay? So total market cap looks like it's in a flag. It could continue to the upside on the 12-hour time frame as long as we stay above this high volume node. Like if we breach out here, so if we get above here, very bullish, very, very bullish, okay? If we struggle and struggle, we could break right back down because there's a gap in the VRVP, all right? What's my prediction for the idea? I mean, the 8-hour looks lovely, and it's going sideways for a move. You have to remember, ETH is pumping. A lot of other coins are pumping. People want to get down, and because of that, it's pretty interesting. So this is creating a bit of a push-up for the total market cap. Now what you want to do is look at Total 3. You want to look at the health of Total 3. What is Total 3? It's the market cap of all of cryptocurrencies, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And look at this thing, absolutely mooning. And remember when I talked about Total 3? I even showed this Adam and Eve double bottom, unbelievable. And we show you this big consolidation for the altcoins, massive consolidation. Then we have resistance here. We had to break back above the zone to remain bullish. So let's get rid of this, get rid of that. And look now, we broke above it. As long as the Total 3 can stay above 403, we have a big move coming, all right? Smoking some bears right now, I know, right? It's crazy. Smash that likes, otherwise don't be surprised when the men in black show up at your door. One love, you're funny, man. Don't forget to comment and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and sign up for the newsletter. Thank you. Thank you. And my team does so much. The newsletter is amazing. It comes out every single Monday. It'll blow your mind. It's got data, information, strategy, just so many cool ideas to teach you and teach you what's going on. So join my newsletter. Really come on in. I'd greatly appreciate it if you did it. I'm going to produce value for you every single day. I'm the value man. A great way to stay in touch with your lifer community, 100%. A great way to stay in touch. So we are making a move away from the 21-day moving average on the daily time frame. We're getting a little overbought as well, but that's what happens when things get a little extended. I'd like a push-up and then a pullback or sideways price action. Just know for me, I don't really want to see the total 3 break this level here at, let's see, I think it's $403.17 billion. So we lose 473, and we're already up at 413. We got 10 billion there. All right. It's funny. I was just about to look at TIA. I was like, the next thing I want to look at is TIA because that thing just kept ripping. Remember, I bought it on the channel at 229 in front of everybody, and the thing just won't stop. It won't stop. Celestia, connected to the, look, we got it down here on the channel, live in front of you. I make buys live all the time on the channel. All the time, baby. Then last night, I even said this thing could probably go up parabolic, and it did. It looks like it's going to go again. I'm telling you, this is insane, absolute insanity. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. The bigger time frames are just getting absolutely pinned, and the smaller time frames just keep going up. Like, every time I want to sell something, I'm like, but that just keeps ripping. I was going to sell it, but I decided I don't think I should sell it. The only thing I wish is that I put more money in there. It's the only thing that I wish that I put more money. If you take a look at it, TIA has been on an absolute tear. All right. And look, I got in at 2. I already got $1,200, $725 in pure profit today. I could be taking it. I didn't take it last night. I felt like it wasn't worth it. Bang, bang, bang. And then we take a look at Bitcoin Cash, what looks interesting to me as well. It's in a really good flag, like it break on out. I like what I'm seeing for Bitcoin Cash. And I got my $5,000. I probably already made some money. I already made $100 on Bitcoin Cash this morning on my $5,000 buy. We'll see where that goes. So I'm the man that throws money around like it's a hubcap. You see me buy $10,000, $5,000, $20,000, and I'm not trying to be rude. I just want to be real. You know what I mean? I want you to see how much I really care. You won't see these other channels. They do all this yapping, but they don't make, I don't even know if they make money, man. You know what I mean? Look at the way they dress, man. You know what I mean? I'm just milking around, but up 100% on my TA, made $300. I wish I put more money in too, but if we could predict the market like that, we'd all be billionaires already. Hey, man, just taking gains left and right, compounding over and over again, believing in yourself, and knowing that, you know what, dear Lord, thank you so much for the $700 you did give us. We could pass away tomorrow. There's no guarantees. It's a blessing that we made money. Look at the short squeeze happening for Bitcoin now, as they had it all planned out yesterday to bring the fear in and to bring the pain, right? I'll bring the pain hardcore to the brain, right? Still got that level above us. Interesting, though, we defied the liquidity zone and just decided to pump. But this is good. We got back above 37,000. Let's take a look at BTC. Grok dipped because someone sold 100 ETH worth. It's already trying to recover a bit. I guess, man, I would just walk away. Sounds like you're a little trapped in there. You might want to be careful. Again, do whatever makes you happy. You know what I mean? Do whatever makes you happy. So total market cap of all the altcoins, a little over bought on the 5-day, right? There's your 200 SMA. We have a ways to go to get there. Above on the 3-day. So as long as we stay above the 200 SMA on the 3-day, and as long as we stay right here at 405, the altcoins are going to likely continue to the upside for a massive move. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw them, you know, up to $522 billion. All right. CryptoFace is the man. I love CryptoFace. He's a good friend of mine. Can't get greedy. They will get you. I'm talking about majority of the YouTubers, man. We don't know what the heck they're doing. There's like, you could name like 4 or 5 YouTubers that use real money, like on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Just saying, for the guy who said he got cooked on Gronk. Can't remember his name. Yeah. Check out ETH. Our alts depend on it. We already looked at ETH. Yep. And honestly, the alts really don't depend on it. There's a new thing going. That used to be that was the old idea. Look, ETH didn't do this. Like, we've been making gains on coins before ETH popped, everyone. ETH used to be the outlier. No, not anymore, because you got AI, you got DeFi, you got gaming coins. They all ripped before ETH. They really did. You got to pay attention to the altcoins, man. The altcoins kind of have their own thing going now. They really, really do. They really, really do. You know what I mean? Can you check out the Stokes on Sol and the LTFs? I will. You're very pushy, though. Let me get through like the show, and then we're going to get to it. Let's take a look at DOT, YFI, Flux, Solana, SEI, Render, and VeChain. Those are the super chats that just came in, and shout out to everybody here. And let's talk about the fan funding right now. We got Hulk Solana. Can you check Bull Div on the 5-minute Solana? We got DCA. Can you look at VET? We got Hulk Solana again. Can you check LTF and Solana? Love you, brother. Can you check the Stokes on Sol and FTF again? We'll get there, man. TI, please. Bitcoin. I'm not going to say it, but wow. Johnny Rum, DOT. The 99 is the best place you could be today. Shout out to Kyle Vero. I shorted at 37 last night because your TA. Love your call. Shout out to Bufflink, man. Good morning, Sam. What's going on with YFI? It's just out of control. DeFi's blowing up. Anything connected to Andre Condre, DeFi, Phantom, starting to make a big move. John Shanks, Render, please. Shanks, we love you, John. And SEI, can you check, please? I use Fibonacci to gain profit, and I relong in on the 786. Thank you. Hey, 786 is a great place. I use Fibonacci too all the time, but I just use, divergences and patterns to kind of perfect the entry, if I may so much. So yeah, I could see this thing going all the way to 760. And again, just watch the 1 hour. Let's see what the 1 hour can do. But each time the 1 hour resets, we get a major, major move to the upside. Support or resistance flip right there. Hold in the zone. I could see this going all the way up to 771. Pretty insane for TIA. Celestia. And it's like, do you buy more? Do you sell? I mean, this is a crazy game what's going on today. I'll be honest. And Bitcoin getting bought back up on the lows. And I kept saying, I bought $2,000 worth of Bitcoin on the show last night. You remember? I keep buying BTC, baby. I'm loading up on Bitcoin because I know it is a scarce asset and you may never get it again. Let's take a look at the DXY. I think anything below 40K right now is an absolute steal. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, and like I say, you got to figure that out for yourself. But the best thing I could do for myself is to buy more BTC. So look, I want to see the shoulder head, right shoulder, and then dump to the downside. It is making a flag, but I want to see this thing continue lower. All right, so the dollar index doesn't look amazing. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. It wants to dump. That's a good sign for Bitcoin. It's a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. Bit of a bear flag here. And let's get the length of this pole to the downside for the DXY. So DXY looks like it's going to break. We want to see it move. And then when it gets to 105.36, we would love that level to break down. I want to see 104.38 for the DXY. Not guaranteed. It's likely to probably come down and kind of stay inside this the channel that it's in. But it does suggest that we have resistance at 106, and we're heading lower for the DXY. So far, it could change in the next 8 to 6 hours, but that's my prediction until tonight for the DXY. Let's take a look at the ES1, which is S&P Futures, E-mini Futures. Remember Sammy called along on the S&P? Remember when I said a big move is coming? All right. I circled this because there was a golden cross on some time frame. I think the 3-day chart. But I've been super bullish. I called this S&P. I have it right here. I have my trade. There was I put this out 2 weeks ago on the macro analysis. That's the entry right there. And we got the bounce. Stop loss right here too as well. You know what I mean? And so when you look at it, I mean, you came down to the golden pocket. I have a cup and handle. And I called a reversal in the S&P ever since. It's been booming. The 3-day chart's just about to get a MACD cross. Pushing up with the stochastics. RSI looks good. I don't see why we're not getting at least to the top there at 46.38. Then once we flip that, we're going to go for this level. And then my measured move takes you all the way to $6,000, somewhere by, next year. So it's telling me the S&P is going to make a 50% gain overall in a year's time. I showed you that if you bought the market every single December, look at this, Dow Jones Industrial. If you bought the market every single December, look what would have happened to you. Look at this. This will blow your mind. And the S&P follows this. So if you did this to the S&P, it would be the same idea. Every blue line here, and look at the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones is in a beautiful ascending triangle. I see the Dow going to new all-time highs. They're going to print so much money soon. They're in default. They're in trouble. They just keep adding to the debt. These people are just, politicians there must be the stupidest people alive. I'm sorry, I don't like using that, but they have to be the dumbest people on earth. You have to research history to gain an edge on the future. None of them have studied fiat currencies for the last 5,000 years and realized every single one of them gets printed to zero. The faster the government starts learning to find an alternative form of currency away from the Federal Reserve, the better off this country is going to be. The Federal Reserve is a private group of entity sucking the lifeblood out of America. I'm telling you right now, we need to dissolve it. We need to get rid of it. The first thing I will do when I'm president is get rid of the Federal Reserve. Mark my words. The first thing I will do when I'm president, because I will become president, is get rid of the Federal Reserve. I'm telling you right now. Guaranteed. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if I'm on a cabinet in the next 4 years with the connections that I have. I'm one person away from a few of the presidential candidates. Like, they know them well. My network is really starting to grow. I could see, you never know what could happen. Stay open-minded, everybody. But I'm telling you right now, look, every October, boom, 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 boom. By October, even the pandemic dump, you still survived an October dip. The only year that October to October wasn't great was 2021. Really. The only year. And this one right here in 08, right? The 08 dump. Every other year, if you bought in October and sold in October, you were in massive gains. And so look, buying in October would move us up here. It would make sense. It would actually build this part of my channel to the upside. So I'm watching a weekly descending triangle begin to form. And this is a long-term prediction. Like, this is going to take a long time till, like, it's going to take 2 years to play out. But if by next October 2025, they do everything that I believe is going to happen, inflation is the same, they keep printing money, they don't know what they're doing, we are going to be somewhere here at about 49 to 50,000. They're going to have to keep, look, they keep printing money. Look what happens. The Dow just continues to go to the upside. Understand these concepts. It's called the Halloween effect. And you'd be like, no, it's not, Sam. You're out of your mind. You're making stuff up. And I love showing you. I've showed this many times in the channel, but who here has never heard of the Halloween effect? Who here has never heard of the Halloween effect? I want to know. I'll write you in for POTS, Sam. Thank you. Just quit. Yeah, exactly. I already voted for Sam. Thank you. Appreciate that. But the Halloween strategy, definition, the Halloween effect, is a market strategy based on the hypothesis stocks perform better from October 31st to May. So you buy you buy in November. You know what I mean? And I mean, this plays out over and understanding the Halloween is closely related to the often repeated advice, sell in May and go away. It's worth noting that some variation of the strategy has actually been around for quite a long time. We're talking since like the market still began, right? And what causes it? No one has a conclusive identifier reason for the seasonal anomaly. While many market watchers believe the investment professionals' summer vacations do have an impact on the market, I always say they take giant summer vacations. They get away. They rent yachts. They go to Mallorca. They love their life. They really live their life. And they take a lot of money out of the market. They're not heavily, they have their long terms, but they're not forced, And so the market gets pretty tight. The summers are boring. I've been through like 4 summers now. I've run a trading group through the summers. It's tough, Some days we're just like, dude, it's the summer. I'm like, go hang out with your family. I literally say it sometimes in the summer. Now, we made money in the summer. Even last summer, I have a memory of making some money on, I think it was Lunacy or some coin boomed up out of nowhere one night. Bang, bang, bang. Mallorca, Balaman, 6. Buy in November. And you better remember, see, there's another one, man. I've never heard of it, Sam. Yeah. So I just and I gave you the data to back it up instead of just saying that. Like, I'm giving you the data. Each of these is on in October. Look, every one of these is in October. Like mid-October, late October. All right. Okay. So just this is a key concept, and that's why it's more than just charting here. We're going to give you the sauce that gets you to the next level. Shout out to the 932 people on the live. Can we get to 1,000? If you hit the likes, we're going to get to 1,000 people. I got 500 people. We got 400 people really that are afraid of the like button. I don't understand. This is not your average YouTube channel. Let's go, baby. I don't take a day off. This is different than another channel, man. Every YouTuber you know has taken a day off. I have not in 1,000 days, man. And I'm not trying to be rude I'm just stating a statement. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right? And because, you know when I say it, because it's very difficult to go every single day of your life. I'm telling you right now, it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. Some days I wake up and I'm just like, again? You know, I do see Arbitrum making a monster move to 145. That is my target. Arbitrum looks tasty for a move. As long as Bitcoin goes sideways, doesn't take a massive dump here. Arbitrum did an SR flip right at the zone at 1111. And probably it did it on 112, it did. Look, on 1111. It used 11. It was 111 as support. Pretty funny, right? But I see Arbitrum making a bigger move to the upside as well. Throw a price note up in there. And that tells us we can get to 146. Very, very interesting idea here. Very interesting idea. Okay. So now, if this can move up to 146, that's going to be a key area of support or resistance that we're watching. All right. If you're allergic to the like button, please provide a doctor's note. Yeah, let us know. All right. Don't be afraid of the like button. If you hit the like button, you slip your hand, you might get a sprained finger. Don't worry, we have sprints and ice packets for your little fingy. Okay? I know it's tough. I know hitting the like button's tough. I know finding the way to touch the mouse isn't easy. I know it can be tough. You know, make sure you get yourself going. All right? You can get there. I believe in you. I really believe you can hit the like button. I know you can do it. Watch. Watch once you do it. Watch what happens. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to be giving back to the stream immediately. It's going to be awesome. So we looked at Bitcoin. We looked at Total. We looked at Total 2. We looked at the NASDAQ. All right, I showed you the Dow Jones. Now I'm going to jump on in and show you something else. Bitcoin dominance. All right, Bitcoin dominance is key support or resistance idea. And thank you so much for jumping on in. New members every day. Thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. We added that visual there. We used to have it on the screen. I forgot about it. It's back, baby, back. I'm back, baby. So Bitcoin dominance in what's called a falling broadening wedge. Okay. These do break up. They are bullish patterns at one point in time. But we are just continuing to fall to the downside, and that's a good sign. Look at the bigger channel that I got drawn for Bitcoin dominance. Down, up, coming down. And this is trending down. It's going to trend down a little lower. This is a good sign. The Bitcoin dominance is falling off. It means people are buying into Ethereum. Some people are taking their Bitcoin and they're buying altcoins with it. You know, they're using BTC pairs. This is what's happening in the markets. And now look, see how the moving averages curve? You're going to dump down to this 200 SMA, and you're probably going to, get pretty close. And if you lose the 200 SMA on the 8-hour, you're going to come to the 22, and it looks like you're going to come here to the 22-hour time frame. So Bitcoin dominance, trending lower. It's a really good sign for altcoins. Now, once it hits here, we may get the move and bounce back up, and that's when Bitcoin can make its massive rally, and we get the ETF, right? And that would be like November 23rd, December, somewhere in here, So if we do get the ETF, I believe Bitcoin dominance will come back with a vengeance. Take advantage of the times now while the altcoins are running. When the cat's away, the mouse will play. That's how I talk about it. When Bitcoin dominance falls, that's when people want to get down, right? Bit of bearish divergence too on Bitcoin dominance. As that swung down while that swung up, tells you, hey. And then we look at US Tether dominance too as well. And I can teach you how to look at the markets and when they're going to dump and not based off these three indicators: Bitcoin dominance, and Tether dominance. And I used to do this all the time, give you all three charts and talk about how they're basically correlated. So anyone could just show you the charts and show you calls. That's cool. And I do that all the time. But to be able to give you a macro analysis of the market and show you kind of how to play the market by looking at multiple macro assets and understanding where we are and where we stand. So this is a bear flag again beginning to form. And I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to roll over. I drew the first bear flag, it played out. I'm drawing my second one. Little bit of bearish, bullish div, but to me, it didn't really play out. And you have some support and resistance right here on this candle body too as well at 640%. So I see Tether dominance continuing to fall. All right. I might have called it something else, dollar dominance, but this is Tether dominance. I see Tether dominance continuing to fall, everybody. All right. And that's a really good sign. That means money is pouring into the altcoins, pouring into Bitcoin, and doing what it's got to do. Okay. Let me get back in now. It is 11:41. Wow. How did that happen? I thought it was 11 o'clock. That's insane. My wife moans all day long. Oh, are you okay, babe? Are you dying? Jesus. That's hard for a man to hear all day. I love you, baby. That's just like, I hope you're okay. My wife is pregnant, all right? And men, we're so whack with, like, we don't get it. We just don't get it. You know what I mean? We can say we get it. We don't get it. We have no clue, you know? I talked about Polkadot breaking to the upside of the 22-hour time frame. I gave you this move. I showed you it was likely going parabolic. Let's make the parabola a little better than that. But I went over this multiple times and talked about it, and it did get a beautiful move to the upside. It hit my target on the 4-hour time frame. A little higher. Pulling back, is Polkadot going to continue? Well, we talked about Polkadot back here at 438. It's now at 558. Polkadot's going to move. You know, having Polkadot around $5 can never hurt anybody. The low, though, was 363. Unbelievable. In the last rally, I bought some Polkadot. I'll be honest, it was lackluster. It didn't really move as much as the other coins. It was okay. You know what it is too many people have to lock up their Polkadot for the, you know, the Kala, the Fala, all for all the parachains. And honestly, the parachains were supposed to be amazing. And isn't Gavin Wood a known, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it, but I heard he's kind of, you know, I could be wrong. So I don't know. I got that from the wrong, you know. But I've heard there's something strange about his proclivities. Or I'm probably not saying that right, but I like what Polkadot's doing. It's in a flag. A lot of little flags on a lot of these coins. You see that the dominance is looking good. You see that we could, and so when dominance falls, that little flag, all coins are going to continue to pump. So I like what I'm seeing for Polkadot. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it at 666, 636, not too long from now. It does have to hold the support zone, or we will fall. But you got low, oversold 4-hour, inside of a flag, touching the 21, and above a high volume node. And right there, you're above a high volume node too as well. Let's take a look at Polkadot and break it down for each and every one of you for coming on in. All right. Yeah. Bang, bang, bang. And we do it all the time here, every single day, baby. Shout out to everybody hanging on the live, kicking it with me. So Polkadot looking good to me too as well. Let's take a look at YFI on the move. We talked about YFI even when it was $6,000, right? And the thing just absolutely took off. There it is there. Okay. And I showed you this Adam and Eve double bottom for YFI, likely to break out. I showed you where it was supposed to go, which was to the next resistance, which is about 10,000. And just in the last 3 days, it did exactly like it was supposed to. Very simple stuff. Like, it's crazy, right? Adam and Eve double bottom, breached the top trend line. Boom, it's gone. Little flag there. Once it gets above the 200 SMA on a daily, I'm in. When the 21 crosses the 200 SMA on the daily, that's a huge sign. I use this all the time to make gains. Sometimes I don't even need a pattern or anything. I just wait for price to close above the 200 SMA and I get in. So simple to me. It's not that difficult when liquidity is coming into the market. You make it more difficult than it needs to be. Once you get above a point of control, you're going to the volume area highs. That's just what happens. That's an Adam and Eve double bottom if you've ever seen one. If you don't know what I'm talking about on my live and you're new, you got to start looking at stuff and Googling Adam and Eve double bottom. I will outstream your favorite streamer, okay? I will outstream your favorite streamer every single time. They just can't hang, all right? They just can't. Let's take a look here, right, at Adam and Eve and hit the images here on an Adam and Eve double bottom. See, it's got the V and the cup. That's a bad one, but that's a beautiful one. That's backwards. Sometimes it can be backwards. I've seen it. There it is again, the Adam and Eve. But understanding this pattern and using it to your advantage will change your life, you know? And this is what it looks like, all right? And look, textbook on YFI. Like, you got to understand this stuff. Once you know what an Adam and Eve double bottom is, you'll be able to print money like you wouldn't believe. I'm telling you right now. It'll be out of control, all right? Yeah, here's funny. Shout out to Frank, Fit for Life, Crypto. Gavin Wood is. Yeah. See, you guys said it. I didn't want to say it. You know what I mean? But that's what I heard, man. Where did you guys get that info? Let's move on. I don't want to make, you know. Best to find those on the daily. Yes, it is. You find those on the daily and they rock. But they can be on any time frame. But you really, yes. The bigger time frame is where they really, really, really rock. Let's take a look at FLUX. FLUX, a coin that I really liked back in the day, remember? But just it was lackluster, man. Then I met the team, and they were cool, but not as cool as I wanted them to be, I'll be honest. I met some of the FLUX guys. They're awesome. They're nice people, but, you know, they weren't like, you know, they were builders. And FLUX is super low. Like, no one cares about it. Like, the whole market's been ripping FLUX. FLUX does have the slanted Adam and Eve. And sometimes it is slanted, everybody. Something like this. You see that? I wouldn't be surprised if it started to make a move on out. Every coin's going to do it. It's going to get to the point of control, and then it's going to gap up. I could see Flux at 66 not too long from now because the whole market's going to erupt. If Bitcoin just kind of even goes sideways, the market's going to erupt. Okay? It really will. So one thing that you want to pay attention to and look at is this key area. Now, you just got above the 200 SMA, and that's looking just like YFI is. I buy these blind right here. You know what? Well, I'll do it for you, even though I don't even want this coin. I'll just do it to. I want nothing to do with this coin. I want other positions, but I'm going to teach you something right now. If it's on here, I'm going to use my money just to demonstrate something. So look, there's Flux. Oh, Flux 1. I don't think that's the same. Why do they call it Flux 1 though? You know, that's weird. 45 cents. I think that is Flux. It is at 45. I don't know why it's called Flux 1 here. It's a bit weird. Throwing me off a little bit. But they did fork or something, didn't they? Or they did something at one point. But look, I'll put $500 in Flux. I don't want this coin. I want nothing to do with it. There's other projects that I like. But I bought, look, this is simple to me. I put in what I'm willing to lose. And again, you got to figure out your own strategies. Do not copy me. Don't do what I do. You got to figure out the education. Well, look, that 21's likely to cross. This thing's going to moon. Very simple. And then I can sell it somewhere at this level at 66.90, right? So look, I'm going to buy $500 worth of Flux right now just to prove to you how well this works. Prove to you how well this works. I don't want all my capital tied up though. So I'm only using 500 to prove, but I also put in what I'm willing to lose. Then I go here and you can watch, once I get in Flux, I'll show you ALTRADY. But then I would go here and remember I'd go to that level. It's 66.59 is our, a big resistance there. 6664. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in 0.664, right? Doesn't even let me do it. All of it. And now I got a limit order to sell all that Flux. All right. Sorry, it changed here. Sorry. There you go. I'll make 731 and I won't even think about it. 50% gains just doing literally almost absolutely nothing. This is very likely going to happen. And that sits there. When that sells, we'll talk about it and we'll go over it. Okay? And we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. So what I'll do here is I'll consistently put a bunch of alerts here on Flux. So I'll remember to bring it up on the live. Because these alerts will go out for the next 3 days. And I'll know. And so I'm just teaching you strategies so you can understand how markets move. Okay? And you gotta be free with it though. The thing is, no emotions can be needed there. There was no emotion when I did that at all. It was based off years of data. Okay? I know how these markets work over here, kid. Mark over here. Sam, just buy it. The 21 cross, Sam. It doesn't matter. I played a cop, I play a fireman. I can do this, babe. It doesn't matter, babe. I get it done. I like to go to the gym. I like to work out. I like join a Lucas. It doesn't matter, though. And look what Tom did. Tommy got into Gala. He should have just got into Gala like me on The Rock, but he didn't. He wanted to do the FTX thing. I told him not to do it with that guy with the curly hair. I thought it was better to be in Gala. Tommy, come back over to Gala. Flux capacitor, I know, right? Good luck with that, Sammy. Shout out to Tony Rosas. OC orders on MEXC would be nice. I'm going to teach you how you don't need OC orders on MEXC, and I'm going to show you why. I think they do. They should have them, but I'll show you how I get around all that. See, I have a solution to every single issue that traders bring up because I used to have every issue you have, and I figured out a way to solve the issue. I refuse to believe I couldn't have access to everything I want when it comes to trading. So I linked up with ALTRADY, and ALTRADY is amazing. Link in the description below. You definitely want to check it out. Okay, let me take a look here. I just got to get an authentication code to get myself in. Wow, they're battling upstairs. A 2-year-old and a pregnant wife. Like, I'm telling you right now, there's hell to pay up there all the time, right? What? She drew on the couch with a crayon? Whatever, that's not a big deal. Who cares? You know? Anyway, so you look for the position, all right? Which is Flux. Oh, wait, nope, sorry. And a lot of them have FLUX 1. I guess they moved it. So there's MEXC FLUX 1, right? And you hit on it. Now it's going to know that I got in. And now once you're in, look, if you want to take profits or a stop loss, you can set a stop loss and a take profit. And they're going to be right there for you. Then you can even drag them up and down all you want. Like, it's the best. Like, this basically turns spot trading into MEXC trading. It's amazing. Like, you're trading, it's just like trading leverage, but with spot. Gives you everything that you trade leverage, man, with spot. Like, you will absolutely love this, man. You know what I mean? It's amazing, man. It's just a couch, man. Who gives a dang? You know what I mean? My wife taught me that. She usually doesn't care. She's pretty cool. But look, this is a rising wedge. Like to break to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. You know? And you can put 2 take profits or 1 take profit, whatever you want to do. So look, I can get rid of the other one. So what we'll do here is we'll get rid of this. All right, we'll cancel it. Because it's in order already. And so I'll give it to ALTRADY now. Now ALTRADY sees it now, see? Because it came back in and it shows me I'm down 1%. Net P&L, I put 4 months. You know, it showed me exactly what's happening. So watch this. I'm going to show you something that's absolutely amazing. This is how I usually trade. I add a target. So the first place, I'm going to sell, let's say, yeah, the first time I'm going to sell, let's say 50% of the position. Okay. And we're going to hit, and then enable a trailing stop. Okay. And then we're going to come here and we're going to hit average entry price on the stop loss. Okay. Now I don't have a stop on this. I don't really need a stop on this. I think there's no need of a stop. So I'm going to pull it off. I'm putting them, but if you wanted to pull a stop, I'll show you how to put a stop if you wanted to. So stop price, we'll say at like 20. All right. It's likely not getting there. And then protection, average entry. All right. What am I doing here? Look, after first take profit target is reached, stop loss price will be moved to the average entry price. Beautiful. So if you just bought it all at 47, the average at 47, right? This is amazing. And then it's going to set a trailing stop loss for you too as well. Okay. And then you're locked in. All right. Once those are set up, it's like this. You can drag your take profit up or down. You can drag your stop loss up or down. It's awesome. And then what's going to happen is once it hits your first take profit, all right, let me put the price at the first take profit. Take profit. I want to take profit at 66, remember? I'll take another profit. If it goes up even higher, I'll take profit at 70, right? Because if the market's going to rip, so now I got 2 of these, right? Ready to go. 2 targets ready to rock, all right? And so you'll sell your first take profit at 50. They'll come back in. And you'll sell your second take profit at 60, okay? And you can even say, like, how much do you want to take? It's awesome. Do you want to ladder in? Do you want to scale in? He built bots into all this stuff. It's absolutely amazing. It really is. Okay? The only thing you want to do is when you do this, you want to enter just the stop loss and the take profit, right? So, and then you would hit place order, and that would be ready to rock. Okay? Now, I usually, when I start, what I like about this is you can set this all up when you get into a trade. So once, say I wanted to get into FLUX. Say I wanted to buy some FLUX right now. You know what I mean? Also, I have to be on sell FLUX. Sorry. That was why it didn't come up. I was like, I didn't have it right. So look, I'm going to go to targets, fixed price. I'm going to do another target. We're going to go to 66. Sorry, I knew, because I've been using this for a while, but then because KuCoin kicked me off and I couldn't use it, and I had all my API set up, I had to move. All right? And then I'm going to go for my next target at 70. I'm going to nail a trailing stop in case it continues to move past 70. All right. And then, boom. The only thing I'm seeing is, and then a stop at, stop price, limit price. Yeah. Stop at, let's see, 22, 19. I just don't understand why it's not letting me place the order right now. It should let me place the order. See, like, this is, I want to show ALTRADY every time, and it works great. There's just something I'm not putting out there that's supposed to, but it's all here. See, look, these are my take profits. They're ready to go. The stop would be way down there. You see that? Bang. Now, there's something I have to add once I already see. I didn't open the trade on ALTRADY. Had I opened it on ALTRADY, it would have been fine already. I just want to put that up. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can even do a cooldown, and you can add a timing like 10 minutes in case it goes below, but comes right back up. It won't stop you out. It's a lot of cool stuff on ALTRADY that you won't see anywhere else. I'm telling you, and I had this guy build this whole terminal for me and these trading bots for me. So just this is the answer to the question. This is how you put stop loss. This is how you trade MXC like a boss. All right. Yeah. Didn't realize MXC allowed ALTRADY. Could be a way around there. Yeah, that's another thing too. When you don't sign into the website and use an API, that helps out too as well. You know what I mean? He said your stop isn't correct. Yeah, but this is what you want. Average entry and enable trailing for targets with 2 targets. All right. And I'll start using this more and more and show you how we do it. All right. Super chat, Soul, SEI, Render, and VChain. But this will blow your mind. And I sit with the ALTRADY founder and developer and creator all the time. He's like my buddy, man. Like, he's awesome. He's a great guy. And I've learned so much from him, and you will too. Trust me. You'll love that. Like, and it's really a very inexpensive program, and they're doing a huge Black Friday sale where you can't get it any less. You know, this is the time. You know this is the time. 44%. You get it for 44%. I mean, you can't beat that. So let's take a look at that real quick. So you're going to pay basically $574 for 1 year of this amazing I mean, this program's awesome. It should make you that money back in the first month because it's going to let you do things that you can't do on the other sites. So anyway, I believe it makes you money because it helps you stay on top of the market. Again, you got to know what you're doing, and I'm not going to guarantee it makes you money. You're going to have to know how to use it, but it can definitely enhance your trading and get you to another level. 100%. 100%. So people want to look at Solana, all right? First thing you want to do when you look at Solana is I want to see it consolidate. You see this? I want to see Solana nicely consolidate here. And then it's going to hit my alert. And then I see another big move for Solana up to about 80. All right. We did this last time right here. I gave you the exact same thing. I drew this out before it filled out. I said I'm going to wait. I put an alert there. I drew this. If you remember, I gave you this exact trade. Bang to the upside. I'm giving you the second trade again. It's going to 82. It's going to be pretty easy. You know. And I believe Solana in a year from now will be somewhere in the 400s. You know what I mean? So it's definitely something that I would be paying attention to. Solana. All right. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. Okay, it's wrong with me to still feel jaded over KuCoin, doing what they did to traders here in the U.S. in the bottom of the bear market. 100%, man. Some advice from Iceberg Slim, a.k.a. Robert Beck. Funny. Resentments will only hold you back, MJ. Amen. 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 Yeah. Don't worry, man. I didn't sleep last night. I told you that. I'm tired as all heck. I said that 5 times. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you. Still, though, there's something I got to talk to ALTRADY about. Because I'm like, it should be able to let me hit that right now and sell. Hit the sell button, right? I want to sell the FLUX. And I haven't used it in like 5 months. So again, I'll make sure I get it all down for you, and I'll break everything down. But this is what you're looking for, okay? And it sets it up nicely, and it will play it out very nicely. And I always saw my orders get filled too as well. Shoot video after live, then meeting. Thank you. And pencil in. I got to sit with Ben Quist again now. Every time I bring up ALTRADY, I got to sit with him and ask him something. You know what I mean? Just never ends. But it works great. It's me, man. Yeah. Anyway, breaking it down. Okay. Let's take a look at SEI, Render, and VAI. And to start Monday off, and I did work out today despite barely sleeping. So it was a tough night for me. I'll be honest. It's been tough. My wife, dude, she's like the greatest wife on earth. She does everything for me. She babies me like a baby, dude. She's like, here's this, here's that. Don't forget this. Here's your food. She feeds me. Like the second she stopped cooking, I went 2 days without eating. I really did. Because I didn't, dude, one day I woke up at 7, had to do everything for the group, did the live stream, then had to go like right to a meeting. The meeting lasted till 3. Then she's like, pick up your daughter. I had to go pick up my daughter, walk the neighbor's dog. By the time I got home, I had to be on Trading Wars. I finished Trading Wars. It was 5 o'clock. I'd never eaten one thing since 7 in the morning. It was insane. You know what I mean? And so if I could get a, that's when you really, that's really when converting to being a Muslim man really comes into play. I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, she's amazing. My wife is amazing, bro. So when she's MIA, my life is just in shambles. I look for the 4 hour to slow down here on SEI until it touches the 21-day moving average. I put an alert on this. When it hits the alert, I would take a look at it and take that possible measured move. Am I trading this? I don't think so, but you never know. SEI. That measured move would take you to 18. All right, 1867, 1867, 1875. Assalamu alaikum, man. Alaikum salam. Alhamdulillahi. I'll DoorDash you some nice Indian cuisine, bro. Hit me up, man. Thanks, bro. That's pretty nice. Sammy Cup and Handy. Thank you, Crypto Sparky. I appreciate that. You're doing it right. Success is doing it when you don't want to do it. I know I worked out this morning, and I really didn't want to. I told my wife, as I was doing it, I said, I don't want to do this. I said, I do not want to work out right now. I'm sitting there doing push-ups till I'm sweating in the face. You know what I mean? I don't want to be doing this. I'm exhausted. I'm done. You know what I mean? You have dinner with the cannolis tonight? Where? Really? Yeah, okay, I guess. Yeah, I don't have anything tonight. What? I have to do spaces at 8. I guess not. Unless I'm out by 8. You know? My life is so insane. Like, and again, I can't say no to the commitments if I want to be real. So, what, babe? Like, by myself in the corner? You know? Best gift to God, man. Jaden Rady, yeah, it is. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Sato is short everything now. Should be a good sign because he was long everything this morning. Man. 36,860. You're funny. How do you take profits as a beginner in your own HODL portfolio? I decided to sell half when it hits 100% gains and compound if it goes lower, and keep the money if it goes up. Is that fun? I mean, I can't tell you what to do, man. That's financial advice. You got to be able to figure that out for yourself. I can tell you what I do, all right? And then you can figure out what you want to do with the information that I preach. But I can't tell you what to do. I just can't, all right? It's not how it works. Let's take a look at Render and VeChain. And thank you. Last night was insane with the super chats, right? I don't know if you guys were on last night's live stream. It was insane. So I talked about Render breaking to the upside. Got an insane wick dip there. Now, that was a nasty dip below the 200 SMA. Came back up and showing signs of life. It's actually in the green if you didn't get stopped out, but that was pretty nasty how it did that, right? Let's take a look at Render. Let's take a look at Render. Get rid of the moving averages. Whenever I look at a coin, I look at the bigger time frames. I look at price action. I want to look at my daily. I even look at the weekly. And I set support and resistance lines on the weekly. Bit of a higher low there that got us up to the upside. Resistance that bounced back up. We have resistance for Render at 291, and we're back right down there. All right, let's move into the 3-day. 3-day's got this cup forming, which tells me we may get a handle and get a bit of a Sammy Cup and Handy. Let's look at where the 3-day chart is. It's a little overbought, very overbought, okay? That's kind of coming down. Well, that comes up. That's hidden bearish div. That's hidden bearish divergence right there. That could break you to the downside, all right? Have to have a second top to be a double top. Meme exploding. Earth going to 100,000. Hey, man, have fun with that. Your frequency is all jacked up, bro. We still love you. I thought my frequency is pretty money, man. That's kind of rude. Anyway, I took that pretty strangely, but anyway, I think my apogee is at its apogee, actually, in fact, factually increasing daily rapidly. Florida moving. You're funny. Oh, the other dude. Sam, not you, brother. Yeah, see, I can't tell who you're talking to when it says your frequency is all jacked. Put the person's name in, man. So I don't think it's me, right? Because then my frequency will be all jacked up, right? But God bless you, man. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate you. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the dude that said the thing. Yeah, what a weird dude. You know what I mean? Sorry, brother. I love you. The guy in here talking nonsense. No, sorry. Apologies to you too, man. I love you, man. I can get thrown off so easily. I have like some weird, Anyway, let's take a look at render on the overall uptrend that is starting to form too here. So you got this beautiful trend line forming. And so look at render beginning to form this giant move. I mean, render's setting up for something absolutely huge. I see render at $6 not too long from now, and it continuing to get to move. I mean, a year, but I think it's going to happen faster than that. But look at this consolidation. Starting a bit of a cup and handle. The 3 days a little beat. The daily wants to pump. All right. And so in times like this, the 3 day, sorry, it's not a delivery thing that I'm waiting on. So here's the thing. Let me take a look at the daily time frame and set my support and resistance lines here now. So I'm watching this too. This is my next idea. And what I do is I put alerts so I don't have to sit and wait. I do all my hour long analysis and then I get it in. All right. 3.966. Okay. And so that's what I'm looking for. And that tells me that this is likely going to happen. All right. I love render. I believe it's a great project and it could do numbers. All right. And we started looking at render a long time ago. All right. Best stream for TA. Lots of it. Yeah. Can you take a look at H-bar? Kuji, please, Ben Rippin. Yeah. What are your thoughts on D-roll? Love you, Sammy. Massive dump incoming next month. Why do people say stuff that they don't? You have no idea what's going to happen. Lifer, I'm late, and the next way is looking on Bitcoin. All right, come on, bro. Thank you. Yeah. And you are gone. Yeah. I don't deal with negative weirdos, man. Goodbye, bro. I love removing negative people out of my life. It's my favorite thing to do. And you're gone. Sweet. Talk about, yeah, exactly. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Is there a bearish scenario for Bitcoin? I like to be open-minded, considering he's jarring my mind. Like I'm not a perma bear or a perma bull. I just go over the price action. He says, talk about the massive head and shoulders on Bitcoin. All right. I mean, you could say that's a shoulder, that's a head, and that's a shoulder. I wouldn't call it massive though, by any means. You know what I mean? I just really wouldn't. And honestly, you can actually see this trend line hasn't broken yet. We may come down to it. But there's a trend right there. And we could start making some type of triangle in here too. Anyway. I'm going to show you the chart we've been working on all day though. Actually, hold on one second. You can tell, man, when I'm lack of sleep because it's just like I'm fast and furious. And I start to slow down a little bit. Yeah, I don't see a massive head and shoulders on Bitcoin anywhere. I think that's kind of ridiculous. Like where? He's like, don't you see the double top? I'm like, yeah, totally. It's right there. This dude's out of his mind, man. Anyway, what a waste of time people are, right? You're a top G. Thank you. God bless you, man. All double tops at head and shoulders fake in the bull market, right? God bless the confused and mean. I know, right? God bless the confused and the mean people that come and throw shots. And it's funny. We haven't had all these new people yet, and this is what it's like. Getting just, shots thrown at you left and right. It's so ridiculous. But whatever. It is what it is, Yeah, exactly. He's talking about something crazy. Anyway, yeah. You got to get below the big, yeah, that's not, yeah, exactly. Watching you and eating chocolate. God bless you, man. All right. Let's get back into my last idea here for Bitcoin, and then I'm out of here for the day. 12-12. Running late, too. So what did Bitcoin do? It did a false move, didn't it? It moved all the way up and all the way down. I told you to be careful on Monday. It was going to be vicious. And look, we're back below again. I mean, look at this thing. And that's why I don't long until I get my confirmations. Did we break above the 200 SMA like I talked about? No, we got rejected by it perfectly. See? That's why I play the 200 SMA on the 7, because I knew if we couldn't get above it, I wouldn't long. Now, they got us above a previous resistance. They try to make people SR flip. And then look, now they're milking it back inside the pattern. That's crazy. They just bull trapped everybody. That was a bull trap. Made you think it was breaking out, got you to long, and now they're wrecking you the other way. Wow, look at the massive short squeeze that's ensuing right now to the downside. Massive short squeeze. Insane. Insane. And again, I told you I'm not trading today. Did you see me open up a trade? No. Knowing when not to trade is just as important as knowing when to trade for your portfolio. 100%. You don't have to take advantage of it. I'm not like, oh, I should have gotten this short. Oh, I'm like, thank God, that market's so insane. I'm waiting until I get way better confirmations and I have more control over the market. You know? Don't give any negative people any focus or light except to, I don't even give negative people my energy or focus except to pray and see them in a positive light. You know, that's easy, Justin. The only thing about it is you'll go to read like a nice comment and you'll think you're reading one and then your eyes will come on a bad comment. It's like, well, if I see someone coming in a store and I watch them, I'm like, all right. Or if I know somebody, but people kind of sideswipe you on the live. So it's almost like you have to like learn another strategy. But you're 100% right, man. You know? Can't lie, I'm already sure it needed to hear that. It's okay. Here's the link to sign up to the Crypto Lifer newsletter. It's so important you get into the newsletter, everyone, because that's kind of going to get the Black Friday deal before everybody else, and you're going to get a discount that nobody else can get. I'm telling you right now, it's going to blow your mind. And look at price action. It's just messy. Honestly, I'm going to show you something right now that's going to blow your mind that I'm looking at. I remember all the days I'm like, oh, I'm making a short, I'm making a long. Today I said, no way. Why? Look at the market, man. What a mess. Look at that. They broke you out, broke you back in, got rejected, and that's why I would not open a long until we got above this level. We got above the 200 SMA. Not playing these games. They got everyone on edge right now. Is it going to dump? Is it going to pump? They're using this ETF on our heads. So that's why we got to forget about the ETF now. Let's move on from it. We're not going to mention it again. Because what's going to do is it's going to get in the way of our trading. Period. But look, there's an Adam and Eve. That's a cup and handle, inverse cup and handle. You see that? Pure as day, man. And that has a measured move to the downside. From wick to wick. Boom. And that tells us that we're going to go lower. And we're starting right now to the downside, right? So there you have it. Levels to watch. If we lose this level, we're coming to 36.4. We lose that level, we're coming to 36.293. Remember, BOOKMAP has the liquidity all the way down here. Remember, how many short squeezes have I called? How many things? It's just insane. And BOOKMAP has liquidity to the downside. There's still this big order down here at 36.4. Now, they took a little bit away since we had the bigger order, but it's still down there right there. 36.300. And that's the level that I just talked about, right? Which is crazy. 36.3 right there. Right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see Bitcoin take this level out. And because there's a lot of longs that think they're cute right now. And they're probably going to get taken out. All right. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Absolutely dirty price action ruined my altcoin trades. Exactly. That's why you don't overtrade on Monday morning, man. Dumbest thing I could do. You will rip through Tuesday and Wednesday. The market will go great. Mondays are just absolutely horrible. You hear me say this all the time. We call it false move Monday. We have a name for it. We've been saying it on my channel for over 2 years. False move Monday, man. Don't play with Mondays, bro. Unless you know what you're doing. Unless you are sitting on the 30-second chart, you're waiting for a candle close and you shoot and then you're in and out. You better be a sniper on the smaller time frames. If you don't have the small time frames down, like you see me playing the 5 second, the 1 second, bang, bang, bang. Nobody got wrecked, man. Super chats, VEG. Go and eat and care for your wife. Thank you for the TA. Oh, I don't get to eat right now. I have to do a meeting. And then after the meeting, I have something else to do. Yeah, I don't get to just go eat. Yeah, I'm not that lucky, man. Sammy Cup and Handy, I hope you had the best possible day a person can have in the fam. Thank you so much, man. I just need a nap at one point. I might take the afternoon off just to let everybody know for the first time in a long time. I need some space from the markets for just a day for my brain to just heal. And then I can come back strong. And I never really say that, but I know when I need a moment. The last 2 weeks have been just complete stress for me. It's been tough, all right? But I've been doing great. And I'm not saying, I just need an afternoon off for once. I need an afternoon off. I really do. And I'm saying it out loud so my team and staff can hear me. Sam needs an afternoon off, all right? All my elite traders, everyone in the game, I need an afternoon. And I never say this, everybody, but I really need an afternoon away from the charts. I need to step away. I have to. And I'll be back tonight at like 6 or 5, and I'll probably be posting anyway. But I will take a break. Just, I never do. I take like a 5-hour break every 4 or 5 months. It's pretty crazy. Everyone, I love you. I appreciate you. I see Bitcoin going lower. That's what I see happening in the charts, okay? And there you go. Yeah. All right, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful live stream. May God bless each and every one of you for being here, and I'll check back in tomorrow. God bless.
Thank you.